Got a kiss like on his butt cheek.
From whom?
It's signed your mom.
Your mom. Cursive on his ass.
Yeah, just your mom. Love you, sweetheart. Sorry you had to see this. Signed, your specific mother. Reader.
Your specific mother.
For everybody.
The end of days.
The end of days. Well, now we have an intro.
Your specific mother.
Signed, your specific mother.
Let me tell you about this cord. It's poking me in the leg. Mushrooms!
Mushrooms!
Hello, and welcome all to MultiTap Theatre. The following is an entertainment show with special focus on the modern and retro gaming eras. Explicit language and content is utilized for emphasis and flourish, so please monitor children's listening. Yes, listener discretion is most gravely advised. The hosts welcome all audiences and encourage audience participation in most forms. Any visual or oral resemblance to any person living, famous, or deceased is strictly intentional. And now, for your listening pleasure, MultiTap Theatre, podcast.
Welcome to MultiTap Podcast. This is episode 6. Gasp. My name is Justin, and I'm going to go this way. I want to institute something.
You pointed two ways.
I did.
Okay.
Look,
Follow the yellow brick.
I
keep you on
followed
your
it
toes.
up because I didn't want to choose a direction yet. I want to instate something. I want to ask a question at the beginning of when I introduce people. So I'm going to go left, and I'm going to introduce you. This is... You have a bug on your shoulder.
God, I felt a
This
fucking
is...
bug.
This
I felt it on my neck.
I am
What
your
is this?
savior!
I'm now bug-free, hopefully.
It wasn't worth checking with your hand.
No.
Well, I went like this and nothing happened, so I guess he was just like, fuck this, I'm over here.
I'm going to go ahead of myself and say we have a guest tonight and address him, Ryan. We tend to derail
Yeah.
minutes before the podcast begins.
Sweet.
And then seconds into the beginning of the podcast, which we already have
Yes.
done. Introductions.
I'm down for it. Let's do it.
I'm going leftwards, and I'm going to ask you a question, and it will be... Aaron,
Hi.
Mega Man or Zero?
Mega Man.
Mega Man?
As a kid, I would have said 0, but Mega Man.
Wait, you're talking about Mega Man or Mega Man X?
I'll do Mega Man X.
Mega Man.
Mega Man.
Either one. Either Mega Man over 0. As a kid, I was like, he's got a sword and long hair and he's red.
Right.
But then, like, you
But
know.
this is the refined adult
That was the
taste
same
as Mega
thing
Man.
as before, where I was like, Ninja Turtles 2 is way better than Ninja Turtles. Got all this
Right.
other stuff, and it's new, and I don't have it.
Right.
That's why I love, like, the sequels as a kid.
You know who agreed with you with that? Was Keiji Inafune. Because Zero, you guys might already know this, but Zero, that was his original design for Mega Man X. And Capcom looked at it, said, it's too different.
Yeah.
You gotta make it more Blue Bomber-ish, and so he made...
We can't have a girl character.
Wait.
Like, Zero is a boy.
What year was Zero introduced?
Zero's introduced Mega Man X1,
What,
1992.
92. Yeah. See, that was the downfall of Skid Row, Warrant, and all the '80s metal bands that had hair like that.
So
Everyone was growing out of it. They're just like, I don't need these locks anymore.
Gorgeous.
Bon Jovi, you cut your hair. Zero, God.
Bringing it back.
Talking about Mega Man.
Zero's going to knock you.
80s band's getting hair, yeah.
Next.
The next host of this show is Crazy.
Chris.
Hi.
Mega Man or Zero for you?
Mega Man, 100%.
Yeah?
Yeah. Mega Man's my, BFF
Right.
forever.
But fucking friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forever.
No,
we were
love,
all thinking it.
I love Zero. I love him. But no, nobody's higher in my heart than
Nobody touches the blue,
good old Blue Bomber. Yeah,
right? You're my boy, Blue.
the little boy Blue.
No, you're my boy, Blue.
Oh, you're my boy. Blue.
You're my boy, Blue! Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank. Anyways, sorry. And then we have a guest host, or a Jewish host, if you're French, who is also a host from a different podcast, which is on this network, which is Fistful of Potions,
Dang.
who is Ryan.
Oh, hi.
Say hello, Ryan.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello. Mega Man or Zero?
Well, Mega Man is awesome, but just to break it up, I never grew out of Skid Row, so I'm gonna go with Zero. I don't know, Zero's just badass. Like
Zero's badass.
That's a beam sword.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I thought that was
Everybody
legit.
wanted
I
to
wanted
beat
it.
Zero.
X gets the
When you
beam
start-
saber too, just for the record.
Later
Okay.
on.
He gets it in X3 and he
Right.
gets it in X6.
Which,
But Zero's carting this shit around forever, though.
Yeah.
yeah. He was rocking it
Original,
first.
like the original Jedi of that series.
You know why he gets it both times?
Green beam
Because
saber.
Zero dies. Zero always dies.
Spoilers.
Right.
In every game.
Statute of limitations.
Every game Zero dies, for the record.
I haven't played Mega Man.
X1,
I think
he's
fucking-
dead next to...
Some of the Game Boy Advance ones where you play as Zero, you start dead and get resurrected or something.
That's a
and
different series.
Probably die at the end again anyway.
That's the Zero series. That's,
Well,
we could do a whole...
We probably end up
Series
will
on
because
Mega
we're
Man.
gonna run out of shit. That
Yeah.
everybody's just like, I don't like hearing them talk anymore, and be like, well, what about Mega Man? Mega Man? Yeah. What
Okay.
about Mega Man? I'm the fourth host on the show. My name is Justin, and I choose Mega Man, but for ridiculous reasons. Because I love Mega Man Legends. It has really good memories for me. So that gives me like ties to Mega Man and the upgradability of him, as opposed to Zero, who none of the games of his I've played.
I was going to do one of our topics someday. I was going to do top 3 like canceled games.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mega Man Legends 3 would be in that for sure.
Right. I think there's a lot
It'll
of
be
people
on
out there
there.
that are upset about
That's
that.
fucking bullshit.
You and Jason from the Pop Show share the same affinity or hate for Capcom for that one.
Yeah.
It's a love-hate relationship for sure.
Yeah, he
He's
literally.
like a father who beats you. He raised you, so you got some love for him, but
Right.
at the same time, he's a
He
fucking
he
prick.
didn't
then-
start hitting you until you were like 16.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
a good dad, and then
Yeah.
he just like in high school you show up with bruises. They're like, Johnny, you all right? You're like, I'm playing rugby. You're not though.
walked into a door.
I fell down, walked into a door.
Mega Man
Right.
X6 came out, and I walked into a door.
Oh.
Um,
I hurt me. I hurt myself. Yeah.
Just need the attention.
Yeah. Sadly.
High school.
Let's move along.
Hmm.
This is a sad topic that hits far too close to home because I was beaten savagely as a child. And I should probably denounce that right away. I wasn't beaten savagely as a child before everybody goes like, oh my god.
Whoa, that's so dark, Justin.
It's so heavy and he just moved right along.
I
It
don't-
must have accepted it by now, I guess.
I don't like the Justin being hit hour, and then they turn it off.
Yeah.
Then we lose.
Ooh, that was too real.
That was.
Turn the podcast off forever.
with an old-timey remote.
That's a podcast shutting
All
down
right,
is with the
all
sound of
right,
that. Tapping in, I asked if there are any listener mails or special news, and there was none for like 2 weeks. Well, more than 2, so a month, I guess. And there is one now. There's a friend of the show and listener, Zach, who everybody might know from episode 1/2 fame. I think he
I think
was.
that was episode 0. That's probably episode
No,
1.
not
probably,
0.
It was in
right?
response
Probably.
to Zero, because we didn't have anything for
Yes.
him to listen to by
yeah,
Zero.
Yeah,
Yes,
you're
so
right.
episode 1 of Fame, and he writes in on our commercial talk, he said, and I quote, "You had discussed a Chrono Trigger commercial, but I think you were talking about an amazing little gem called Star Ocean Second Story. Enix had this big ad campaign based on the Star Ocean's replayability. The US ad shows little to no gameplay, but instead an empty laundry basket rapidly filling out of control as the summer months pass by. Just to end with the little guy from Carl's Jr. commercial saying, 'You should tell your friends you're gonna be a while.' And they said it would be over 90 endings, which supposedly it might be. But I haven't played Second Story. I played I played Star Ocean for PlayStation 3.
That's Star Ocean 3.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. PlayStation 2 Star Ocean 3. PlayStation 4 Star Ocean 4.
4.
Edge Maverick.
So I played 4, and I didn't even get through it.
Star Ocean 4 is good, man.
It was
I
good
like
for
all
the
of
first like 2-3 hours I played.
I really
It was
like
good.
it. I really
That's
like
about as
Star
far as
Ocean
I got to.
Yeah, I got to the little thing where they're making a fort, and I went through the forest. I got back to the fort, and I was like, whip,
I mean, a quick comment about Star Ocean 4, because I played that game on the 360, because it launched on 360 first.
Right, and then they came out with the international later.
But it was a very clear case for the limitation of DVD-ROMs versus Blu-rays.
Oh,
Right.
Because in Star Ocean 4, at the end of the game, you have to start, this isn't really a spoiler, but you have to start traveling back to the places you've been to before on spaceship to go to all these other planets. And half the planets are on the first disc, half are on the second disc, more or less. And so literally, like, every other planet, like, put in disc 1, put in disc 2, put in disc 1. I was like, fuck you.
Half of them take place on Zebes.
On Zebes. And they ride Cocobos.
Zebes. Kokobo.
But no, Blu-rays on the...
What you know about some Kokobo?
On the PS1 version, or PS3 version, you never have to switch discs, obviously, on the one.
Yeah.
But that Star Ocean commercial was awesome.
I don't even remember it. He linked us a commercial for Mortal Kombat 3, though, that I did remember. And I went back and watched it again. It was that one where the guy's on a stretcher, and they're wheeling him through the hospital, and there's like that alien thing coming out of his chest. He's like, oh! The doctor's like, what is that? And then it shows just like shots of the game happening where, like, you know, Barack is like ripping somebody in half and something else happens, but they never explain what's in his stomach, nothing ever bursts out. It's just happened, and then they wheel him down. It's the shittiest commercial. After watching it again, I'm like, I remember this, but I don't remember it being that bad. Like, this is
nothing to do with the game.
He had
nothing to do with the game, really.
an intense love for, murder.
For nachos.
For nachos. He's like,
They tear up my insides, but I have to play Mortal Kombat.
But the nacho.
Right. I don't know. This is what playing Mortal Kombat feels like.
Something coming out of your
bursting
chest.
out of your chest. Give it a shot, why don't you?
Giant fist-sized thing coming out of your stomach and people wheeling you away on a stretcher.
Sounds about right after the 3D Mortal Kombat game.
It was number 3.
Oh.
Mortal Kombat 3, so it wasn't 3D yet.
Not yet, but...
I actually liked one of those, too. I played it for way longer than I should. It was the one where you're Kenshi or something like that. Not Kenshi. Who were you running around as?
Well, Kenshi's
Sub-Zero
from
Mythologies?
the 3D ones.
Yeah, I'm talking about the 3D ones. I played one for like a long... It was the overworld one where you run around as
The
some of
sword
your
mode?
fights.
Shaolin
Yeah.
We're talking about
Shujinkan?
Shaolin monks.
Might be Shaolin monks.
Shaolin monks, you're Kung Lao and Liu Kang.
That's like a God of War.
I think that's it then.
Okay.
Let me tell you, I've played a lot of Mortal Kombats. I've not been good at any of them.
I don't think anybody is.
No.
Our friend Ryan is.
He is. He's the Mortal Kombat king.
He's playing Kung Lao.
He's the combat king.
I know. I'm not. I don't buy into tiers a whole lot. I don't really like him, but or that concept. But I always make fun of him for tier horn with Kung Lao.
Yeah.
He has a dive kick.
Yeah.
It's unbeatable. He's a perfect warrior.
Is Brian any good at dive kick?
I'm sure everybody's good at dive kick.
Everybody.
But no, he's the best Mortal Kombat player ever.
He's best,
I have
bro.
such a weird
It's not cool.
relationship with Mortal Kombat. I hate playing them, but I love the storyline, which is weird because it's
It
got
is weird.
the most terrible storyline.
Right.
It's interesting though. They managed to make you care about the character, like it's a cheesy storyline if you think about it, break it down, but it's...
That depends.
you
I don't
wanna-
care about any of those
There's
characters.
so
You
much
wanna know-
mythos there.
Yeah, you want to know what's going on.
It is. It's not very minimal. It's just not very good.
Right.
It's 90. It's very 90s.
It is. It's very indicative of the era, which is good. They kept making more of them to fix that. It didn't stand the test of time, so they kept making them to make them timely.
The gameplay definitely didn't stand the test of time.
No.
No. Although they
Especially when they switched
revamped
to
it
3D.
into
Mortal Kombat 9
Injustice.
was good.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 9 is good.
And then into Injustice was the same kind of gameplay. It's Mortal Kombat gameplay.
It's similar. It's that same... You can tell it's made by the same people.
Yeah, but that didn't go over that well in the market. Like, people bought it, but they didn't clamor over it.
I think Injustice
Injustice?
sold
Yeah.
pretty well.
Justice sold a lot
Alright.
better
I
don't
than
think it made
DC
it big.
versus Mortal
Oh,
Kombat.
good
Yeah.
lord.
Woof.
Way better than that, yeah. Cool.
Oh.
Ugh.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Thank you for writing in, Zach.
thank you for writing in, Zach.
Yes.
We love all kinds of mail, and you were our mail.
You are a male escort.
Star Ocean 2 is amazing.
I think it's a mail plane.
I mean,
How can you tell? Well, did you see its little balls? Anyway, if I could segue into the next segment, it is the hour of truth. Aaron is in charge of trivia this week.
Hi.
who are the contestants this week?
It will be, and I will tell you, myself included. And if it's your first night to MultiTap,
Oh no.
you have to fight.
Oh no.
I'm scorekeeper then.
Yeah.
What's the topic?
Pretty much I had a couple ideas bouncing around. I settled almost exclusively with Sonic and Mario.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, now are these the characters or
Sonic
their
and Mario.
franchises?
A little of both.
Okay.
I would assume, yeah, you'd get a
A
little
little bit of like
What-
the console thrown in there.
Little column A, little column B.
It spans pretty much from like Sega Genesis, NES up to Dreamcast 64.
I've played a lot of Mario and a good majority of Sonic, but Justin has information he just pulls out of everywhere, so
That's actually true.
I'm ready to just fold right now.
Well,
That's also true.
here's another thing. I answered almost exclusively off of things I already knew, because I think if I'm making trivia and I look up answers, I'm cheating.
Okay.
And we've had so many questions where everyone's like, I don't know.
That
But I
is-
didn't want it to be too hard, so a lot of this will probably be racing to the buzzer.
I want
Did
to
you
see
listen-
where this lands on like my trivia, which is like, why is the 64 a 64? Like, this question is
I thought-
deceptively
So simple.
easy.
Like,
Or like Irene's or yours were just
I
like,
thought Irene's was rough,
was
but
the-
I thought mine was pretty freaking universal personally. I don't know.
Ice Taco.
Did you listen to the trivia for...
Was it with Rad Racer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, I was screaming.
Did
Just
you
like,
listen to that?
Rad
the
Racer,
questions-
why
They
aren't you
weren't too
saying
bad,
Rad
right?
Racer?
The
Yeah.
questions weren't too bad. I don't think the Final Fantasy 6 questions were great questions, but they were tough. They were
Yeah,
very
those-
specific.
I
What
I was
monsters-
scorekeeping on that one. I
What
was
monsters
actually
dropped what?
glad
I
of
asked for pretty specific.
Seats.
I haven't played that game in like 20 years. To know that, I mean, I can tell you character names and overworld stuff, but not that in fine detail.
Yeah.
All right.
We're
That'll-
changing seats up. If I come from a different direction now, it's because Aaron is now on my ball,
I have a computer,
which
so
isn't
I
as bad as it sounds.
so I
It works that way.
Oh. Now I'm coming through from your left ear.
I'm on your ball.
For your health. Aaron's on my ball.
Fair wine.
He is in charge. Actually, this works out well too because I'm now facing Ryan.
So how are you? You still buzzing with your name or how?
Yes.
Yeah, you buzzed in with your name. Just keep on the ground. That's fine.
Don't buzz in with
Yeah.
someone else's name.
Okay.
I did that.
Yeah,
Right.
he buzzed in with Chris one time. That was good.
And it was the slowest, like almost deliberate.
Chris. Like
Chris.
he realized he was saying it at the
Wait a
time, but he
second.
was already committed.
I
Yes.
kept going. I was pleased to know that I hosted my questions on Google Drive
Sure.
and called it Aaron's Biz
Yes.
and put like a big ass disclaimer at the top, like this here's important Aaron biz. Don't you dare read this biz unless you're Aaron. And I was pleasantly surprised that no one actually even opened the document, let alone.
I went in there and it said Aaron's biz. I'm like, ooh, neat. I went in there and it says like, this is Aaron's biz. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, well then I was too busy on it, and I must have done that.
Busy on your biz, man.
I even scrolled down like you do in like when you're a child and you're trying to like spoilers tags, but if you just scroll down an entire page before you write anything,
Right.
you're like, don't scroll down unless you want to know who defeats Sephiroth. And then,
Who defeats him?
who fights Sephiroth?
You do.
You do.
Great.
So,
It's your
we've got
Who wins Final Fantasy VII?
Square.
Yeah,
Square.
The fiscal year
Good
of
answer.
Squaresoft Incorporated. It's pretty much Nintendo versus Sega, lightly, mostly Mario versus Sonic.
Okay.
Really just felt like talking about Sonic, and I love Mario too.
That's fine.
So, there's that. 3 rounds, 7 questions each, because I pulled it out of my own memory
That's
banks.
the Piper model.
No particular order, really, on the difficulty, so we'll start.
Let us begin.
When y'all ready?
Yep.
Hands on your buzzers.
Making
Oh,
oh. So you're over here just buzzing in already.
Sonic.
Second.
Chili dogs!
Chili.
Ice Taco.
Really?
Chili
Ice,
White.
Ice Taco. I tried to leave out the series because
Wayland Wayans.
there's so much there. I wanted a scratch and grounder question. I'm like, who's the Bebop and Rocksteady of Sonic the Hedgehog? You're like, what?
Good
Oh.
God.
Oh.
It's those bird. No, the bird and the drill guy.
Scratch and grounder. I just said it.
fuck
I just said it, and you see, nobody knows.
Yeah.
No,
It
I
only makes sense that the first episode that I'm on, I make an ass of myself. So let's do this.
All right.
Yeah. I don't feel prepared.
You said
So
Yeah. No.
I feel like we're evenly matched for this one.
Like-
This was a good decision.
I said we're starting easy. So,
I don't think so.
Go for it.
question the first. I do decree it.
Yes!
What is Tails' full name?
Justin. Miles Tails Prower.
Yes.
Damn.
Tails is his nickname, but it's optional.
It's the cheesiest damn name.
Number 2. In Sonic 1 through 3, how many hits does it take to defeat an average Robotnik? Multiple choice. 6, 7, 8, or 10?
Don't forget about tapping.
You may also tap and screw
You know
somebody
about
else.
that?
Nope.
It's just like the screw.
We
You
should
don't know
just-
Jack.
We should describe the
You
rules.
can buzz in
We should describe
and
the
just
rules.
say tap, and he will be forced to answer. If he does not answer, what's the penalty?
Well,
That's
if
up
I
to you.
answer incorrectly.
If you answer
sorry,
incorrectly,
if I
you-
choose
If
not
he
to
doesn't
answer
answer correctly, well, you have to answer.
Right.
If you tap, it forces them to answer. If they don't get it correct or if they don't answer, they get negative points. If you tap them and they do get the answer, they get
4 times points.
quattro.
They get a 4 times multiplier on what they would have had. So if he's whoever's scorekeeping
sorry.
off of like 5s,
I'm
you would then
scorekeeping
get
off of
20 points for getting it right.
100,000.
100,000.
400,000 points ago.
I'm just gonna yellow it, Ryan. I'm buzzing in. I'm gonna go with 9.
9 wasn't an option.
Okay.
It was, let's say again, 6, 7, 8, or 10.
Yep.
Alright, 9 is incorrect.
Justin, because I'm playing with fire. 6.
No.
Damn.
Alternately, 6 is what a mini boss
I
often
was just gonna
takes.
say,
No.
6 is the deception there. I know that.
No,
It takes 8 hits to defeat an average Robotnik.
See, I was close.
you were.
There was like 1 or 2 like last bosses that didn't. Well,
I was trying to
anyway,
count it out. I was trying to remember.
question the 3rd, I do decree it.
Yeah.
I also retroactively decree section the 2. Besides
The tuned.
Sonic 1, 2, and 3, what games work with some functionality with the Sonic and Knuckles lock-on feature?
Chris.
You can't answer this, Chris.
I've done this too.
Shit. Wait.
Besides Sonic 1 through 3, what games work with the Sonic and Knuckles lock-on feature?
Yeah. You're talking about the little extra.
The plug-in, the
Lock on.
yeah, when you would plug the
You pop the game on top of the Sonic and Knuckles cartridge.
like a Game Genie.
Like a
5,
Game Genie.
Very similar.
4.
3.
I should know this.
Yeah, I could screw
It's
somebody.
like right
Fucking
here.
Ice Taco.
Screw somebody, Ice Taco. God,
It's tap.
It's too
not
late.
Screw.
It's all done.
Screw is trademarked.
Fine.
Dude,
And this isn't an orgy.
tap that ass.
tap.
Anyway, pretty much
the
all of
answer
them.
is every game.
Every game.
Really?
Every
With
game.
maybe 1 or 2 exceptions
I
because
think
of
it's
weird chips.
Retroactively as well, you
there's-
can put them.
You can put them all on there, and it will produce a random, well, not random, but it will produce the special stage where you collect the
Where you run across the
balls in that
globe.
orb.
It'll start with a screen saying "No way," and all the characters will be like, "No way, no way."
Wait,
but if you hold
the
the
one
bonus
where,
question,
like-
how do you get past the no way screen?
I don't remember that. I do remember doing it, but I don't remember the code or like, holding all 3
I'm
buttons.
asking about.
You
the,
hold all 3 buttons,
Oh
so nobody gets anything.
no.
Oh.
I don't even know if we should get the bonus question because neither. of us
You
know
don't,
it.
but I could
No.
ask it anyway. There's a couple
That's
bonus
good.
questions along the way because my
You s-
questions are kind of simple.
You
but
spent time on it, so which means
Point for Aaron.
nice. Good answer.
Good answer.
Good answer.
All right,
Good
going
on,
back
good
to
on.
the easy shit.
Nice on.
Question the 4th, I do decree it. What is the later adopted and technically original name for Dr. Robotnik?
Ryan. Eggman.
Yes.
Damn.
Eggman.
He is
Fighter of the Cheese Man.
Ah!
Champion of the
Dairy.
egg.
Of the moons.
Produce.
Over my hammy.
Egg, moon, egg.
Moons over Thanos'
Ooh.
hammy.
Oh my.
Question the 5th, I do decree it.
I scored that one as Eggman. I wrote that on.
You're an
the-
Eggman out of 10.
Nice.
You have 0 points and Eggman.
I actually wrote egg anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Question the 5th. What is the name of the game that became the American release of Super Mario Bros. 2?
Ryan. Doki Doki Panic.
Yes.
Another point for
Dang.
Ryan. Whoa.
I learned that on an Arnita Sarkeesian video.
It's weird.
It is.
It's a weird place to learn that.
Twisting
It
a
is.
little bit towards Mario now. For, I guess, question the 6th. I think I forgot to put a question here, so there's only 6 this one.
Okay. Do you decree it?
I do decree it. What color eyes do Mario and Luigi have?
Justin. Blue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Simple.
It was right there. Oh, he's got to
Checking.
check it.
Are you checking?
a source.
He's like, are you
checking the Mario that was made for you or something?
The one I made.
Oh, making sure you're on the level.
Well, it
He's
depends
not
on
here. I was
what.
like, he has blue eyes. I know
If
it.
it's like prior to 64, he'll have
That's what I should have done.
pixels. You don't think it's blue. Well, actually, Super
Blue.
Mario World is probably blue, right?
Maybe.
Probably
But
on the cover art or
NES,
something.
8-bit Mario's not gonna have blue eyes.
Yeah.
He definitely has blue eyes.
Okay.
All right.
I just watched it. I looked at the little statue.
Well, those are the 6 for round 1 because I accidentally tabbed down incorrectly. The next ones will have 7.
Beautiful.
Bang.
16-bit one. You
And I
can't
can-
see it.
Yeah.
I can switch back to the show roll. You can lead us on.
Beautiful.
I didn't create. There's a ball under me.
You were
It
on my ball.
followed
Get
me.
off my ball. And don't trip.
Don't trip on my ball.
You fell off my ball.
Not that soda.
So,
On to the next.
Tap Out Trivia is over.
Round 1's over.
Round 1's over. Nobody knows who the fuck's on top.
I know who's
Because
on
I'm
top.
so excited.
Which means Justin's a power bottom.
With all the strength of a bottom and the fun of top.
A power top.
Power top is just like a rapist.
Right.
No.
Oh my.
Now, is this
A raper.
regular rape or like statutory?
Oh, here we go.
Which one do you
Powerful.
sanction? We should ask.
Which one do we condone?
Right. There's one correct answer to this
There's really
question.
no correct answer. The answer is neither.
Yes. That's the only correct answer. We sanction 0 rape.
Wink.
Oh. I'm getting raped later. Nobody worry about me. The podcast must go on. Speaking of, we got top 3, and it's mine this week. I don't know if I've ever done a top 3.
didn't
Top
see
3 is
what-
not usually mine.
I didn't see what the category was for it.
It
I didn't
is
catch on fast enough.
top 3, and this is going to be off the cuff one because I didn't think about it. I'm assuming anybody else really did. Top 3 games in your backlog.
Your backlog.
Just the ones that you got to play. Ones you
go
always
back
wanted to
to
play,
once
but
in a while?
you have, you haven't had time.
The thing is, we've all got a lot of
Oh.
games that we buy and intend to play. Sometimes we don't even intend to play them
Right.
because then they're shrink wrap still, and that's kind of tragic.
I have 950 games on my backlog for Steam.
Yeah, and I was going to say that too. I know we all have hundreds of games on Steam that we haven't touched.
Oh, yeah.
But do you have a copy of Duke Nukem Forever still sealed?
No,
That's not on your backlog though, because you're not going to open that.
Well, you know,
I don't.
So games you've been meaning
it's an
to play.
investment for the future.
Yes, games you actually want to play, not freaking invest.
That's a different topic. Games like obscure games we own. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that's actually true. That's actually
I was waiting
true.
for it. Is
Everybody waits for it.
You guys want to do let's do one at a
That's a
time?
catchphrase.
One at a time
I have
probably
one.
be good.
Let's do one at a time. That way you can think.
Yes.
Aaron, number 1, games in your backlog.
BioShock Infinite Barrel at Sea Episode 2.
Okay.
I played Episode 1, I was like, neat! And then I was like, oh, it's gotta come out soon. It came out, and I'm like, I'm playing something else. I'll get back to you. I need to be in a certain mindset and like turn off the lights and just immerse myself or something.
Right.
Because I hate being on like Skype and talking to people like, yeah, so there's a Big Daddy just killed me.
Yeah.
Spoilers!
Spoilers. There's Big Daddies in BioShock.
Then they kill.
Is the barrel? I've played through BioShock Infinite, but I haven't played the expansions.
I haven't done the expansions yet. Either. They're on my backlog, but I'm not going to claim them since he has.
Are they you recommend them?
The Barrel at Sea? Yes.
I've heard they were good.
And I only technically recommend the... You have something to say?
Well, my question was because Barrel at Sea brings you back to like the first BioShock setting, right?
Yeah, you go to
What if
Rapture.
What if you haven't played BioShock 1?
It will be a new setting. I don't think you'll have quite the same nostalgia.
Okay.
But it's still a neat place.
But do you have to have played BioShock 1 to get the story or plot?
No.
I wouldn't say so. They
Like,
said it was going to be
they
a
cover
standalone.
what you need to know, like about where you're going, why, and why stuff's trying to kill you.
Although I'm sure playing Bioshock 1 and 2 would enhance
Oh,
it.
absolutely. Maybe not 2, but absolutely.
Maybe not 2, but,
Um,
2 is...
That's another
Fine
topic.
in its own
Sequels
right.
that shouldn't have existed.
So
BioShock
hard.
2.
Sequels that are practically
Hey.
fan fiction.
I have a
Right.
defense for Bioshock 2.
Devil May Cry 2.
Dude, Devil May Cry 2.
There you go.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BioShock Infinite's a good one.
Oh yeah, the season pass. I recommend only because it is cheaper to buy the season pass than to buy episode 1 and 2. It comes with the frickin' arena match, and everyone loves BioShock for the combat, right?
Completely.
No.
Especially since it's a cliche for Ken Levine's deeper message, but we'll get into that later at a different episode.
Great. But yeah, pretty much the combat's silly, and the arena fight, I played like 1 or 2 matches of it and went, yeah, it's pretty much what I expected it to be, but it's still cheaper to buy the season pass than just the 2 episodes of Barrel at Sea.
Interesting.
Out of character, I got conspiracy theories about Bioshock Infinite for days, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, for days.
Yeah.
Meta controversies.
No, you're
Fedoras.
very invested into that game.
Very invested. I don't know if anybody could hear that. Hold on. Very invested.
I think you said it lighter when you were close.
Bringing it back. On the Bioshock
I can say my backlog one then, because it's
Go
one of
for
the
it.
ones I picked was Bioshock 1. Because I've
Mhm.
never played Bioshock 1, and everybody tells me to play it. I played the Bioshock
Totally
Infinite.
should.
Never played the Bioshock 1.
Have you tried it at all?
I own it.
You
So
probably
do I.
own 2 or
So
3
do I.
copies
I
of
think
it.
everybody owns it because
Because
you
it's gone
have-
free on.
Well, Steam has had it for like $1 like 4 times in the
Yeah.
past year.
It's been
I bought it
free on the
physically for
PSN, I
$7
think.
Okay, there you go.
on clearance.
So
Yeah.
no, I have it, but it's on special.
On special.
Yeah.
Special.
I bought it on special.
What are we, in
$7.
Florida?
I got it on
From the
special.
games market.
You got it down at the Mercantile.
Yeah, I
On
always wanted to play that one.
Special.
The video
I bought
games
2
spot.
bolts of Bioshock.
I got to basically the first Big Daddy, and I was like,
Odin.
I don't want to grind this. I'm done.
Oh.
I'm not a big first-person shooter player. Like, it's not my favorite genre. I think I've said that, but like,
Yeah.
the story in Bioshock Infinite kept me, interested. And so Bioshock 1 has always been recommended for that same reason. So no, I want to go back and try it.
A lot of people like Bioshock 1 more, and I've talked to them. Zach, who wrote in earlier,
Yeah.
he and his wife have both sat me down and explained to me why 1 is better. 3 is better for me,
They explain
but
to you like
they
it's
explain to
factual.
me, yes,
You're
that
like, you're
yes.
sorry. You're
Sorry,
wrong.
Justin. I didn't know if you knew already, but this is in the science books. 1 is better, but that's cool. Just tell us why you like 3. No, but 1 is still like absolutely great.
Cool. Yeah, I gotta give it a whirl.
My goodness, like just the story itself is worth the playthrough. I'm not a big first-person shooter guy either, but I absolutely loved 3, and then I've gone back and played 1 and most of 2.
I like shooters.
Shooters like your genre.
Yeah, Aaron's
It's why you're on the show.
Yay.
Aaron's forte is for
I have
sure
a niche.
shooters.
too.
Whenever we do
Big
lands, we do lands, and we always play first-person shooters at lands because those games, work the
Are
best in a
good
land.
for ruining friendships. Yes.
Yeah, but Aaron, look, I before, I didn't realize there was such a skill gap in first-person shooters.
Yeah.
That's because you don't play them.
Right. I mean, like I play a lot of like fighting games and stuff.
You've
can
whooped people
totally-
who just kind of hit buttons and go, oh god, why? And then
you can there's a very more clearly defined skill gap, but in a first-person shooter, it's really like you don't have special moves, you don't have like combos, you're shooting things that are moving. That aren't, like, you shoot things that aren't you.
You got 1 button.
You
Right.
have a special move.
2 buttons.
It's the ability to move your mouse at lightning speed.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But what I'm getting at is when you play with Aaron and you look at the score and it's like 48 kills in second for Aaron, and the second place is at like 4.
Yeah.
And it's like there's a clear skill gap. I didn't learn that until Aaron.
no longer in Mega Man Deathmatch. Y'all are catching up hard. Like, Garrett's taking a bunch of them away, Brian's up close on there, and I'm like,
Brian's good at shooters.
I'm
Too.
like, Goram, but I want this to work better for me, because when we first started that, Bubble Man was reigning king, and now
Yeah.
he's not so hard.
For me on the Mega Man Deathmatch, there's only one clear choice. The only way to win is not to play.
Ouch.
For the record, Mega
I-
Man 8-bit Deathmatch, incredible Doom mod thing.
Yeah,
Check it out.
cool. I haven't tried it
It's
yet.
so good. It's simple.
It's ridiculous.
That game engine lends itself perfectly to the 8-bit art style, and it's just really simple and really fun. You can
You can play
customize
anybody.
your character. You can be any character in a series, including the random characters that
Yeah.
you don't even fight in most games, like the Game Boy characters and Anchor and. But anyway, like you can name your character anything, and so like half of the fun in that game is randomly, like in the middle of the match, going in and changing your name to some sentence that is completely obscene and out of context. But then when you get killed, it just says you were killed by boob cheese or something.
Yeah.
Was that one of our friends? We used to play Jedi Outcast on a LAN. We'd link everything together. And what was it? They named themselves that flashing. So when somebody named themselves Luke Skywalker, so Luke Skywalker was killed by that flashing. What's that flashing? And he was murdered by it.
Those are always the best when you can complete a sentence.
Yes, that was the turnaround.
Yeah.
And it was always great when Luke Skywalker was killed by it.
Right.
It's always great when he's killed by it.
When he's killed by the flashing.
Game in your backlog,
Which is
Ryan. I guess.
Can I have already started playing it?
Yeah.
All right.
Because I'm going to do one of those.
Okay. I'm gonna say, unfortunately, Ni no Kuni.
Oh, that's a good one.
That was on my list.
I'm sorry.
It's not my next one, but it was on there.
I hope you guys finish it because, like,
I know.
as soon as I finished that game a few months ago, I waited a while to play it too. But man, I wanted to like talk about it.
No, I got it day one. I still haven't played.
I got it day one too. And I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't play it though until like a few months after.
No, I started playing it, and I didn't like hit a wall or anything. It just I don't remember what it was, but I got distracted by something else, and then it just started like a chain reaction. I'm just like, okay, well, I gotta play this game now, and then I totally forgot. I went back to it once, and I'm like, oh, I gotta get back into this. I'm so invested in this game right now, and I need like a window that I can jump back in there and really kind of enjoy it, because everything about that game, like, that's what I wanted out of an RPG when they announced it. I'm just like, this is gonna be great, and I just don't understand why I'm not pulled to finish playing it, but I really, really want to finish playing that.
I can tell you that it's I thought that game was totally worth the investment.
Yeah.
The world in that game is so great and vibrant. And we actually named that as our favorite game world. You got the hardcover.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
I got straight invested.
I love that game.
I bought it full price, bought that full price.
It opens up.
Oh my
like,
god.
The combat. I didn't like the combat at first, but
Yeah.
I think it really opens up once you start leveling and evolving your creatures, like Pokemon style.
Yeah.
But they get powerful, and the combat gets a lot better. You, as Oliver, start doing more too, like attacks and magic.
I actually
but-
kind of found Odin in that game when you get so when you do your first double, it's like a double combat. I guess you have two people in combat instead of just Oliver.
Yeah,
It was really difficult. Like
you get 3.
she died, yeah,
Yeah.
and then somebody else died. I'm like, oh shit, I'm alone. And then I died. I'm like,
That's part of the strategy. Now, actually, I thought the combat, and maybe it was just me, but I thought the combat was actually hard
Yeah.
in the beginning. I was dying a lot. I switched it to easy, actually,
I did fine at the beginning. it got really hard right there.
and you can actually switch to difficulty at any time.
Yeah.
And so, like, I switched to difficulty, and, like, it helped me out. It helped me get past that Odin part.
Sure,
No,
Odin's a bitch,
because it
man.
was I think that's what did it for me, too, because I didn't beat it at first. I stopped playing it, too, and I went back, and I was like, I don't know why. I love Studio Ghibli movies, and I love level 5, and it's like, this is a recipe for, like, my favorite game.
Oh, yeah.
Why haven't I played this?
And it is
It's
like
totally
it
good.
totally lives up, which is
Yeah,
magical.
it's great. Oh, there's some great visuals and scenes in that game.
I just realized this is the Odin cast. We've got the inventor,
Yeah.
the originator of Odin on this cast.
I'm so sorry about
Can I
that.
have your autograph? No?
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Mr. Piper.
I just started, and it was at Mr. Guest's behest, Uncharted 2.
Uncharted 2 is good.
Right, and they say it's the best of the series. He's assured me it's the best of the series,
It
and
is
we
the
had a
best of the
deal.
series.
I would say personally, it's one of the best games of the last generation.
It might be true. Everybody loves it.
I probably agree. As far as last generation, I'd agree with that. Uncharted 2 is good, great from start to finish.
I'm at chapter 3, and I love it.
Man, it's good.
Like, and we had a deal. He would play Bioshock Infinite because it was so important to me if I play Uncharted 2, and I have not reneged on it, but I've been so, like, ass deep in school that I have had to ignore it for so long. I can only do mobile games, so I beat Zelda,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
the
had to,
3DS
like,
one.
make that bet with me to play it because I was so turned off by Bioshock 1.
It's true.
And then 2 came out, and I was just like, nope, none of that sounds good.
I was
And this-
enthralled fighting the first Big Daddy. I was like, holy shit, it just got real.
You're
And you're like, no, I'm
different,
done.
though. Like, you love this.
I had to jump over counters, and he's just like, I'm like, oh my god, he doesn't even have a machine
What's
gun.
that sound like again?
Good
That's-
lord.
that's
Is
pretty
that what he
accurate.
sounds like?
The
Sure.
roided out Donkey Kong.
I don't want to play this anymore.
You ever met Donkey Kong with 100 condoms of cocaine burst in his ass?
That's a lot of condoms.
no.
Right. Well, is it not gonna get any money with one condom of cocaine
they all
across the
gonna
border?
burst at
Yeah.
once?
You gotta go all in with that.
Phrasing.
Stuff like a Christmas stocking.
Right. Anyways, Uncharted 2, totally although it was a bonus for me because we made that deal. He didn't want to play Infinite, and I wanted to play Uncharted 2, so I was like, okay, that's a great. I will totally play that.
And it just like
I
worked
just
out in my
started.
favor too, because like about a month after we talked about that, it came out for free on Plus, and I'm just like, well, I have no excuses now.
Right.
I have
Oh,
to do
yeah,
this, and I
yeah.
sat down. I did it in like about a day and a half. I did the bulk of it in one whole day, but it just started I think like the first hour or two on the first day.
And he did the skull of it the later.
Ah.
Oh.
That was a good way to experience that game. Though. To just sit down like a movie and just
Yeah.
straight on through it.
Which
That's how
they
I
say
played
is like
Infinite,
some
all in one sitting.
like Uncharted. I did one almost like a movie, and I liked it.
There was a
so
commercial
they're very
for
cinematic.
Yeah.
Uncharted about that. Do you
But
remember
a
that?
stupid girlfriend.
The girlfriend wanted to watch the Uncharted movie, quote.
Like,
Yeah.
my girlfriend thinks of playing the movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what an idiot.
Mhm.
What a dumb bitch.
Yeah.
Oh man.
She's an idiot. There's
she just sits down with the popcorn. She's like, "You gonna start the movie?" And just like, "Yeah, sure." And he sits down and like grabs a DualShock.
there's an
whatever.
interface. There's a HUD.
Pay no attention to the man next to you with a controller.
Are you controlling this movie, Jim?
Yeah, you know what?
I was just
Yeah,
the volume
babe.
for maximum
This is
cinematic.
the weirdest cinematography ever. The camera's always behind the perspective of the
Yeah,
protagonist.
actually, fuck that commercial. The commercial's hella fake.
Good.
It's fake as hell. She
Well,
would know.
The commercial episode is over, Chris.
She would know that it wasn't a movie.
It's true.
It's
You're
fake.
okay. You're not suspending disbelief.
No,
Okay,
not at all.
that's fine.
But Uncharted 2 is good.
Yeah.
So what's your pick, Aaron?
Aaron, what's your number two?
Another expansion, Shadowrun Returns, like Dragonfall or whatever.
Yeah.
That I played
It's
like
a DLC pack. I
yeah,
think.
it's a DLC.
just-
I played the first Shadowrun Returns. I'm like, this was awesome.
I
It
need
needs
to
a
play
little
that.
polish, but it's rad. And then like the second one, I'm like, this is polished.
They
And I
threw some
played
polish
like
on
the first like 20 minutes of it. I'm like, sick. And then I got distracted and went off somewhere else. And I was like, I need to play Shadowrun
Man.
someday.
That Shadowrun reboot, or is it a reboot or the remake, or what is it?
It's just a revisiting to the intellectual property in video game form.
Is it a new game? Like it's not a remake of the first Shadowrun?
Oh no, Shadowrun. It's been like an RPG system forever. It's got you just tell whatever story you want in the
Okay.
setting.
So it's a
So
whole,
it's a
brand
whole
new.
new.
Okay.
It's not like fucking guy from the SNES or Sega game going
Okay.
out and whatever the hell they did. Wakes up on a slab dead in the Super Nintendo. I don't remember how the Sega one went.
I really like the art style for that new Shadowrun game. I wanted to pick it up specifically because it's like the aesthetics of it.
It's very old RPG, turn-based, and like action points and like a hex grid, and I love that. Took me back to like Fallout kind of.
Fallout 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's sick.
Cool.
Tactics. Similar to Tactics.
Similar.
It's
Tactics would-
isometric, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Kind of
locked,
hex
right?
based or grid based, I suppose.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is it hex based or grid or like square?
I
It's
thought it
hard.
was.
I think it's hexes, but they never draw the grid. You just have like a line pointing to where you're
Oh,
going.
So it's
Okay.
more
And
similar to
there's,
XCOM
like,
like that, I guess.
yeah.
But
It does that thing kind of like XCOM where there's like a border and like you can get this far on one action point and this far on another
Okay,
action point.
yeah, yeah.
that's cool.
And your character will have like usually 2, sometimes 3 if they're quick, and like 1 if they're concentrating on a summon or like piloting a robot with their
They
brain.
summon, you say.
Yeah, you can be a shaman and you can like summon elementals out of like sparking wires. You're like, come forth.
Are you
random
familiar
shit.
with
That's what they
the
techno
Shadowrun
mages?
universe?
Are they techno mages?
They're all over the place. Yeah, but they
No.
it was
Oh,
like
it's-
there was a melding between worlds. Like,
Future fantasy
future fantasy. It's in the
Interesting.
future,
It's
so
cool.
they've got like robots and cybernetics and bullshit, but
and
orcs and
goblins
elves
yeah.
and dragons and,
Oh, really?
and magic and stuff are there. So
It's
it's like
it's cool. It's
Yeah,
worth
I'm not-
I
it.
have
I'm
never
not-
looked into that game, but I want to now.
Dude,
Dude,
pretty
man.
legit.
Me too, yeah.
It's like magic and technology and stuff. It's way
You're
cool.
like, I'm a mage and I'm an elf, but I'm wearing like a sick fedora, like
right.
smooth criminal outfit with my revolver and my data jack that lets me plug into the internet with my brain. And you're like, what are you doing? And he throws a fireball at you. And he's like, I'm taking penalties because of my technology, but I'll make it work.
It's like the most ridiculous bastardization of both Warhammer realms, just like thrown into one.
It's awesome.
It's cool.
Sounds good.
It sounds like it would be too much, like overkill. It's worth it.
I
It
guess
pays
I
off.
should have explained more. Thank you for asking me about it. Because I'm like, yeah, Shadowrun. Let's move on.
That's why I asked.
Shadowrun, Dragonfall DLC, next. Next. I said next.
My next one's an older one, and I have no idea why I never finished it, but it is Valkyrie Profile 2,
Yeah.
Silmaria. Because here's the thing. Valkyrie Profile 1, for the longest time, I would claim as like my favorite RPG, period. It's still up there. I wouldn't say it's number 1 anymore, but it's probably top 5 still for me, but I love the combat and the art style and the story and the presentation, and I love everything about Valkyrie Profile 1. So 2 came out, and I was so stoked for it. And I played it, and I was so shocked at how good it was. Did you guys play Valkyrie Profile 2?
Played one.
That game came out prior to the PlayStation 3, but just prior, and
Right.
it looked gorgeous. It was like, I was like, fuck, I don't even need a PS3.
I almost
That's
bought it.
Profile
I
2.
had the case in my hand. I almost bought it from when I'm working at GameStop all
Yeah.
these years, like 20 times. And I haven't bought it.
It looks so good graphically, and the combat in it is just as good. It's still, I'm not sure if you guys played the first one, but
Yeah.
it's just very exciting and over-the-top attacks and combos, and I really was a big fan of it. I just never, I played it. Oh, I actually know exactly. I like just had like a exclamation point over my head. I just remembered exactly why I stopped playing that game, because you get, just like the first game, you get a shitload of characters, but in the second game, the characters are, you're almost like a drop rate. Because you go to a spot where you would get a character and you summon them, but the character you get is there's a percentage, and I was trying to get this one character. It was like a 13% pull from this spot, and I kept getting the shitty character every time. And so like I did that like 20 times, and it was like half an hour to get to this spot every time from the save point. And so I just like I didn't get him. I just stopped playing it. I was like, okay, I think I killed myself on that game.
I've done
Some
that
part
in
of
a
you
lot
dies.
games.
I think that is a perfect series for like a 10/10 HD on Vita. Like I think they could do a Valkyrie Profile 1 and 2 on Vita. I don't know. And they can even put the DS one, Covenant of the Plume, because that was a good one too.
I'm sorry, what's the Vita again?
What's the Vita again? It's a great handheld, man. Let me tell you about it. Especially if you like fighting games.
Hey, you guys made that joke on Fistful of Potions.
Making it everywhere.
I'm a defender of the Vita.
I own a Vita. Just putting it out there.
Okay. Do you not like it?
I like the idea.
He
of it.
would.
Yeah.
If
but
it had games, correct?
If
That's your...
Sony supported it correctly. This is a whole nother topic.
It is.
Right.
It is. I don't think they support it as much as they should, because I think it's a fantastic system, and I wish they did more with it.
Games,
But
memory cards.
The memory
and
cards.
price.
Hold on. Real
Games,
quick.
memory cards, price.
The memory cards.
I'm cutting this.
Okay. Proprietary memory cards just need to go to hell.
Yeah,
That's all.
they do.
And not only that, but space. The games for like 4 or 5 gigs a piece.
I know.
Oh.
Well, that's why you have to buy them. You don't download.
I didn't know they were that big. That's
But-
huge.
I was a PSP Go user, so I can't do that.
Right.
I'm a big. I don't like downloading games.
Don't even
especially
start on
on big.
PSP Go.
That was his
Go.
system.
It's the greatest portable system ever created.
PSP Go is good for modding. The locally
Right.
used that thing and made it into a.
He's like, I'll jailbreak your PSP. He's trying to get over here to jailbreak my PSP.
It's fun to do. If you have 2 PSPs, you should have a PSP 1000 for having everything, and then a PSP 3000 for playing normal games.
I have a 2.
I've got a
I think I
1000
have a
for
2.
hacking.
Yeah.
Go for.
No, I have a
everything
3.
There you go. Anyway, Valkyrie Profile 2. Go Ryan.
You're secondary.
else. Let's see. This is kind of like a weird title to pick for that, but Skullgirls actually is in my back catalog, but I've played it a lot.
Oh.
You're back on to play it more?
Well, no, it's in my back catalog to play it a little more seriously and kind of get more into the mechanics of the game. Because every time that I've played it, I have a buddy that's really into it, and only time I play it is when he wants to play it with me. So I'll just exhibition with him for a little bit, and then so I haven't really sunk it into a character yet, or really understood the inner workings. But I love the art style. I love the mechanics. It's a really well done fighting game, but I just haven't given it the time of day that it needs.
That's kind of my problem with it, is that I really love the look of it, and like pretty much every character looks rad, and I love the game system of it. I just have not put any amount of time in it to know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah.
So like I backed it when it was coming out for PC and whatever, and like they came out with like the new character, and they got the other new character coming, and I've got it, and I've got a controller to play it with, and I played maybe like 3 matches online. I'm like, fuck this game, fucking terrible.
You should go into training.
I did a bunch of training. I'm still bad.
I love Skullgirls too, man. I think that's a very good choice. I like that game mechanically is beautiful.
It's really solid.
That's coming for free on Plus, is it not?
Yes,
Of
it
course,
is.
coming out for Plus for free. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
And I'm getting it.
It's a fantastic fighting game, and it does everything you want to do. I mean, it's got a fantastic combo system. It lets you build your own assists. It's got
yeah.
That is
like
awesome.
you have to hold the start button for a
That
few
is-
seconds to actually pause it, and I love that. It
Right.
has the correct button configuration choosing, because a lot of companies, Capcom always does that wrong.
So this game has done everything
Um,
right for you.
They
as
do
a,
everything
as a fighting
right, because
connoisseur.
it's made by fighting game players. Like
Right.
they designed it and they put stuff in it that they, as fighting game players, want, and the result is a fantastically. It's a very solid fighting game. I think it needs more. That's my only issue with it is I don't think it has enough. Not content, just characters. Fortunately, the characters are diverse enough to where they don't. None of them play. There's no like Ryu and Ken.
Right.
There is a Ryu, but there's no like another bunch of Shoto.
More of a
Copy
Ryu and
paste.
guys.
Right. There's no
Right.
copy paste. So I mean, the fact is that they do have a great, and they are adding characters. They added Squiggly and they added Big Band, and
They had
Are
2
they
that they
adding
were
to
going to
that?
add, and
they are adding more.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought they were going to just keep going on that train when they...
and
The
Chair
Egyptian-
yeah.
Devon Dudley?
Chair Guy, Devon Dudley, and Cleopatra.
Yeah,
are-
Cleopatra.
Cleopatra.
Squiggly's already in there, and Big Band's already in there.
I wanted to go Squiggly, I'm not, but that's every character in there.
The
I think
name
that
Big
they're
Band makes me want to play it.
He
like-
does musical sounds.
That sounds
You can
cool.
actually-
Yeah,
play
he's like a
songs on
big
his
saxophone man.
That's right.
There are people that make videos like
Yeah,
music with
the
his
2 of
moves,
them
yeah.
just-
That just
Yeah.
makes me want to eat him.
The girl that looks like from like 1930s cartoon.
Oh,
Peacock.
Peacock,
Peacock,
yeah.
yeah. Peacock cracks me up. All of her moves are just ridiculous.
Yeah, the game's got.
She was the coolest looking character when I was
Hello,
watching...
Cat.
I wasn't watching you guys play, maybe.
You might have been.
That might have been.
We play that.
I think it's Parasol. I think I play the most. But
That's a good one. Yeah.
I gotta get in there. Like I said, every time I get in there, it's just because my buddy's like, "Hey, you want to play?" I'm like, "Oh, sure, I'll throw it in there." But I never actually just sat down by myself and just really got into the mechanics.
Yeah.
The game's got a really cool infinite prevention system built into it too. That I've never seen a game do before, which is great. It'll detect.
So the start menu prevents you from ever playing the game if you're not good enough.
No, it'll break your combo. Like it'll if it detects that you're doing a loop, it will. First of all, it gives you an on-screen cue that's very subtle, but like the hit, like splash, like when you hit most Japanese developed fighting games, like when you punch, it does like a splatter of
a physical,
plasma
like a little cloud or something.
Yeah. Something on Skullgirls. If it detects you doing a loop, that little hit animation will turn a different color. It'll turn like pink for a second.
Oh, interesting.
That means like if you do that again, your combo's ending. And so it forces you to not do loops. It forces you to switch it up. I mean, it doesn't have to be a big switch. It has to just be a one button switch.
One variant, yeah.
And so it forces you to. I really like that. And Marvel vs. Capcom 3 would benefit from that, I think.
So would Injustice.
Injustice 2, absolutely. Injustice is all about.
Injustice is all about like a 13 hit whatever, and
over and over.
And that's it. Yeah,
I just think every fighting game would benefit from it.
Yeah. Well, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 had hit stun deterioration or hit stun decay.
Yeah.
And so that's what they were saying is going to prevent infinites, but then people just like very quickly found a way around that.
Right.
Force got a lot of decay in it too, doesn't it?
Which one?
Street Fighter 4.
Street Fighter 4 doesn't have any crazy infinites except for there's this Chun-Li infinite that's done by a guy named Desk. Have you seen his stuff?
Desk, yeah.
But his stuff is
He's crazy.
godly.
Yeah.
And you can't really pull it off in real life.
And only one person's
Can't be
doing that,
pulled
so
off
it's
in a
not
setting.
really
It can't
abuse.
be pulled off in real life, I don't think.
You can't play it live.
No,
You can only do it in the studio.
he does
Right.
it. If you guys, after this, we'll show you this guy Desk. He's fucking
I can play a Herman Lee solo, but not live.
No, he
You have to
records
listen to me
live.
later. I
Yeah.
have to,
He records everything he does. He plays online sometimes, but he lives in like a remote area of like the UK, so he never.
Scotland. He lives on the Isle of Skye where there's one other
He
inhabitant.
didn't travel to.
Although we don't
He
see
buys
his face,
apples
right? So we
from-
don't know if he's ever gone to Evo.
Well, he has his face because he's in a band, and so like he plays guitar and bass and drums. The guy fucking does everything.
He's in a one-man band.
Yeah.
He's like Bert from Mary Poppins.
He has his own albums
Like,
out.
Oh yeah, that's
Arctic
right. Cause,
Dolphin.
yeah, because he does all the music. And
Yeah,
everything,
he
so-
does his own music for his videos.
Yeah.
And he
Dang.
plays guitar and stuff, and like so there's a video of him playing guitar in this band. It doesn't look like what you. I didn't picture him. I don't know.
Really?
So he doesn't have a
Yeah.
job.
I don't know.
He's
man.
just independently good at
He's-
things.
I think he might have
Like-
a job, but I don't know.
His job is being good at things on YouTube.
Right. People who would benefit from being vampires.
Right.
This
Yeah.
guy's very
Yeah.
skilled. He should live longer.
Street Fighter's thing is it doesn't allow juggling past a certain hit.
Yeah, because
Um,
it starts scaling down, right?
Well, you just doesn't let you hit like a third time.
Right.
So certain moves will knock you into the air in a hittable state. You can hit them again, but you can't hit them a third time. Even if you physically hit them with your character, it just goes through.
I like hittable state.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
It's
because there's
fun.
different. There's hard knockdowns and then there's soft knockdowns. So like if you do a hit, like if it's a counter hit in the air, you'll see the character fall back, but you can still hit them out of that. Whereas if it was a hard knockdown, then you're going down and you're not going to be able to follow that up.
Right.
It wasn't a counter hit. But anyway,
We gotta move on. Who's
Yeah.
next?
you last pick.
Me. Oh, Xenoblade Chronicles.
That's a good one.
I have not played it. It's Project Rainfall. I own 2 of the Project Rainfalls. I don't have
Pandora's Tower.
Pandora's Tower.
Yeah.
I don't have that one. But Xenoblade Chronicles is, everybody's like, it's a 10 out of 10, play it! And I've been in school. I should mention at this point in the show, Irene is also not here because of school.
Yeah.
This is finals week for us, and for some reason I had the foresight to get a whole bunch of stuff done ahead of time. And she is a grad student, and I was an undergrad. So she has possibly 5 times the workload. So she ain't here, y'all. You gotta deal with it. But she'll be here next recording, God willing.
Mine's kind
What's
of a
yours?
double because sometimes you can't think of things. Because one is a better game, I understand this, but I do not have in my possession the ability to play it. And the other one is a game I've been meaning to play.
Hmm.
I do not have a PlayStation 3, and I want to play The Last of Us because
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never touched it.
Ooh.
Everyone seems to love it. I'm sure I will.
We all
Just
love
took
it.
that one off my list.
Right?
And then y'all can be
Check it off and
disappointed in
smoke a
me.
cigarette.
No,
The game that I
back on.
do have that I want to play that I haven't, Mass Effect 3. Because I hear all kinds of complaints.
Right.
But I still played Mass Effect 1 and 2 to death and would like to continue
You can't not close
the
it out.
nonsense.
I
You
mean,
can.
You can't, nah. I mean, you can because
I
you
didn't-
did.
Yeah.
I
I
played-
didn't like to.
I played
Oh.
1 and 2, on
That could be
my
a different
friend's
show.
Xbox, and now I have it on PC, so I can either get a thing to like create my own previous save and be like, okay, this is what happened the way I did it, but I'm lazy,
Right.
and it's an extra step for something that I want to just happen.
I understand. I feel like they rode Mass Effect up with 2. Mass Effect 1 was very RPG-ish, and Mass Effect 2, they're like, alright,
Gears
all the
of War.
RPG shit is gone, now it's a straight-up third-person
Here's
shooter.
your-
This is going to be a different show. We can't go too deep on that.
You have
'cause
your
I-
two
I'll
abilities
talk for 30 minutes
with
on
4
that.
pips.
Yeah, ammo. You can have ammo in the first game.
You-
Anyway,
and you
no,
can't
so-
snipe. And
Yeah.
You can snipe in the first one.
You can't
snipe
change
later.
inventory. You can't even change gear in
Yeah.
Mass Effect 2.
We will
You
rage
have to go to a special... Yeah, alright.
on a different episode.
Because they
We'll
take
take-
RPG elements.
I know
Aaron,
stories.
level with me now.
Come on.
I know.
Come on. Alright, that's... Alright, quickly, my last one
Oh
is...
yeah, we're on 3.
Uh,
Is that your third?
That
Yeah.
was my third and
Oh,
fourth.
okay. Fourth.
My last one was another RPG. It's Lost Odyssey.
I have that, and I'm like halfway through it.
I really love...
Heard
Again,
good things.
it's exactly the same thing as Ni no Kuni on paper.
It's pretty good.
Exactly what I want.
Yeah.
It's Hironobu Sakaguchi. It's Nobuo
Isn't it
Uematsu.
Koi? Or
No, it's Mistwalker.
oh,
Yeah.
Mistwalker.
Yeah. It's by everything.
So Antonio Banderas.
Yeah. No, I wish he was in it. Actually, the main character kind of looks like a Japanese Antonio Banderas.
Wasn't he like
Oh,
Mistwalker or something in 13th Warrior?
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe he was.
Kojo
Booyah!
13th Warrior.
This is
Right.
a good conversation in English.
It's
This
just it's the same recipe for success as Ni no Kuni.
Yeah.
It's everything I love about it. But I never.
it's pretty. It's got a
Played it.
solid story and everything too so far.
It,
I like
it looks
it.
like it has a great story. I did play it for a couple hours, but my 360 broke back in the day. I never replaced it. Actually, just 2 weeks ago, I bought another 360, specifically because I wanted to go through and play some old games that I haven't played and are exclusive to 360, like
Tales
Lost
of
Odyssey.
Vesperia.
Tales of Vesperia is another one.
Eternal Sonata?
I have Eternal Sonata on
That's
PS3.
on PS3 too.
Oh,
That has like a better international version like Star Ocean does.
Yeah.
what's that other
PS3
one?
really cornered the market on some
That,
of those
like,
RPGs. They
practically launched
One-upped.
360 game. It was like,
Enchanted Arms.
yeah, it's the one.
I
I
did not
almost
like
beat
that.
that game. I did my best. I ignored like every character because they were obnoxious, except the main guy I had to keep, and just
Oh,
had an
man.
army of robots. I'm like, okay, these guys are cool. They'll pal around with me.
Uh,
And I went to
found
cutscenes
Odin
and
at
like,
the
you
title, not
idiot!
because it was hard,
see,
but because it was horrible.
I was a dum-dum and I hedged my bets on the PS3, waited a year, and then I had Resistance to play for 4 years.
Yeah.
I was like, God, these games look cool on the 360. I should buy one of those. I'll just go back and play Resistance.
I feel like I did it right. I did it at Xbox 360 for the first 7 years. Got a PlayStation. I've been happy.
7 years might have been a little long.
The PS3, it was 360 in the beginning was the better system to have, and in the end, now the PS3 is a better system to have.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
it really
I should've-
switched roles.
Because
I
of Last of Us.
360 in 2005, and then waited 2 years and then got a PS3.
Well, you would have had to buy a 360 every 6 months. Those things. were
Well,
Right.
all the time.
Right.
I went through 4.
You know, the magic is I have a 360 now that is like third or fourth hand, and it's a launch 360, and it's
It still
still
works.
working. And you know why it's still working? Because the people that had it before me played it once or twice.
Yeah, there you go.
So you only have a good 5 plays out of it.
Every time I turn it on, I'm just like,
It's gonna red ring.
okay, we got this. Just stick with me so I can get through Forza Horizon. We
Oh,
just
man.
Something
Big money,
wrong
no
with your
whammies.
car, and it might take
No
you to
whammies.
work today, or it might
Oh,
not.
man.
It might break down.
I got a big box fan blowing on it, just like, just cool, just keep it cool, guys, just keep it cool.
Hell, I do that with my PC.
Yeah.
It's like half garbage.
Aw.
Who were we on?
That's it.
You did?
No, wait, I'm sorry. Did you say your third
You
one yet? You're on your third
Did
one.
you do yours?
No,
Yeah, you're on your last one.
Torchlight
Torchlight.
Torchlight 1 or 2?
1.
Cool.
I
Did
didn't
not
play
play
any of
one.
the Torchlight games.
Two, I
What?
played a fair amount.
Torchlight 1 is good. I beat it. It was only a single player
Yeah,
experience.
that's why I
Yeah.
didn't play it.
That's
Torchlight-
why I liked it.
Torchlight
actually.
2 was actually an improvement upon it, in I would say most to all respects. But it's now multiplayer. You can go through single player though too, but there was a charm that you lose. It's like going from a very insular and self-contained Diablo 1
Yeah.
to Diablo 2, like being multiplayer, wide open, bigger level design, bigger, open maps and stuff instead of just a straight down dungeon. So it's
That's what I liked about it. though.
almost a
It's like,
straight analog.
I really love the art style of Torchlight, and
Yeah.
then on top of that, I played just the hell out of Diablo 1, and then I just kind of lost touch with the franchise. And then when Torchlight came out, I'm just like, oh, this is so cool. I'm totally going to get into this. No, I'm not.
If you do it on PC because they have like a million mods.
PC?
Yeah, and it's very this frame rate's like a solid 60 frames a second, and it's real nice in the PC.
On the PC?
Workshop support for Torchlight 2 is ridiculous.
It is.
Like, you want to try
Workshop
new
is great.
classes? Bang! You want to just do a complete overhaul of this shit?
Yeah.
Bang!
You wanna
Download
look
that,
like-
turn it on at your leisure.
You want to look like Booker or Liz? Bang! Like there's an app for that in the workshop for
Wow.
Torchlight.
I love the Steam Workshop.
Two.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's so simple. All right.
And that's that.
That's
No,
top
mine.
three.
I don't have a. I
thought
didn't do a
you
third.
started us.
No, he was last.
That was my second.
Oh, F my
shit,
king.
Sorry.
You guys just want to skip right over.
No! I believe in you.
My third is Subterra Core.
Really?
Oh, that, yeah,
I haven't
was
played
like-
it, and I want to.
Original Subterra Core?
Original
from, like,
Subterra
There was
Core.
another
Like
Subterra Core?
97 or so. Yeah.
There
I
was
thought
a-
there was, I don't know. I'm just saying, like the one from fucking.
I have it on
ever
Steam.
ago.
I haven't played it.
You have it on Steam?
Steam.
That's interesting.
It's on
I
there.
didn't know that game could run on Windows 7.
Yes. As well as Fallout 1 or 2,
Yeah.
like all those.
Subterra Core.
Subterra Core is pretty
I've
legit.
heard it would be my shit, and I have not played it.
How about
I intend to.
Gabriel Knight.
It is going to be one of those RPGs
Gabriel
that is
Byrne.
old school, and the old school RPGs do not move very fast, and if you're not in the right mindset, like modern day people,
Yeah.
you might not be willing to watch them stand there and let their bars go up FF7 style, and they jump forward, smack a guy, and then
Oh,
jump
I
back.
remember it.
Hi, I'm Justin, and I run a podcast about retro.
I know.
You make a strong case.
Oh yeah, we have to switch chairs because after Subterra Core talk,
Trivia!
Round two.
Round two.
it's you and I.
You think you're ready for
And
this?
I and you.
I think they started getting.
A-E-I-O-U.
I think they started getting pretty easy later, so don't worry about it. All the good stuff's there. We'll make that round 3 when you edit it.
Because we didn't do great on round 1.
Yeah,
We
but
did,
it gets
are you
easier.
showing me the answers?
No, I'm just saying.
Is that the score?
It's supposed to be seamless, but now you've broken the fourth wall.
I
I'm
just-
just saying we should skip the
That's
game.
my forte.
We should skip the game on tap this week just for time because we're at 7:30.
We should.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll go into the main event after.
Round 2 of the trivia. Question the first. I do decree it. On the cover art for the original Super Mario Brothers, Mario is under the effect of a power-up. Which one is that?
Justin, Fireflower.
Yes.
Point.
Dang.
Here's another one.
That's a pretty good question.
Bonus question.
That was
No, next one.
like a picture
I'm
that I
thinking.
couldn't say
Here's
anything.
one that I think I have a feeling about Justin on this one, because of a conversation we had earlier. Question the second. Bowser has minions, not canonically his children, called the Koopalings. How many are there?
Justin, 7.
Yes.
Wow.
That is also a
Jeez.
multiple choice, and you didn't even give me time. Bonus question. Name one.
Oh, name one, Justin.
Your bonus.
Ludwig von.
Yeah, Ludwig von Koopa.
Also, Wendy, Iggy, Lemmy. Lemmy. The Ace of Spades. And
You trying to name them all? He said name one.
I've got 4. You got any more?
No, I'm good. I'm just hanging by my feet.
Oh, what's his name? The stupid one with the pink sunglasses. He's fat.
Oh yeah. He
He
spins
owns.
around.
Something.
He owns it, he
Larry.
looks like Squirtle Squad.
Larry.
He does look like Squirrel.
He's like,
Um,
Koopa Coop.
Does it start with a B?
No, there's no B.
Is there an Iggy or
What's his
Izzy?
name?
There is an
That's that Iggy.
Iggy.
Iggy. Yeah.
It is Larry, Morton, Wendy,
Morton.
Ludwig, Iggy, Roy, and Lemmy.
Roy. Damnation.
More easy ones. Question the third. In Super Mario World, what object represents the cape power-up?
Ryan. Feather.
Yes.
Nice.
Question
Good
the
answer.
fourth.
Good answer.
Good answer.
In Sonic the Hedgehog and Super Mario Brothers, what celestial body represents invulnerability?
Justin.
Yes.
Star.
Yes. In Sonic, it was a bunch of stars.
Oh yeah.
Bonus
Oh, that's
question.
I didn't even.
Bonus
remember
question.
Oh gosh.
Name one of the things that can still kill you in both games, even while invulnerable.
that. Ryan. Pitfall.
Sadly, the bonus question goes first to the guy who answered it. Name a different one.
Yeah, that's all right.
All
You didn't know.
Yeah.
You didn't know.
Yeah, we
You
didn't
know.
describe. We didn't tell him the things.
Yeah.
Falling is
Justin
one.
Lava.
It's
Lava
kind of
kill you?
falling.
No, I don't think
Oh,
lava killed Sonic. And
I know
Yeah,
spikes don't.
he can stand on lava
Yeah, he
unless
can stand
it's
on-
just a fall. Spikes
Oh, I
don't.
thought they drown you.
Well, if it's one you fall into, it's pretty much a fall.
Oh.
Yeah, being crushed will still kill you.
Yes.
Oh, that's true.
I'm sorry.
Here's a hardware question.
It's okay. You broke it, Ryan.
Question the
Your
fifth.
first day here, and
I
you're
know.
fucking us.
Well,
You're
that's,
fucking us hard,
that's what I
man.
said. So I'm gonna do.
Question the fifth. Sorry, I know we're pressed on time.
Degree.
Question the fifth. Decreed all day. With not counting the D-pad, how many buttons are on a standard SNES controller?
Justin, 8.
Yes.
Wait.
4,
1,
2,
2,
2.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Select start.
Oh, not counting the D-pad.
Bonus question. How many standard on a Genesis, not including D-pad? Including.
Not including D-pad.
Mhm.
5.
No.
2, 3,
It's
4.
4.
Oh, 4.
I guess you get a
Have
chance to steal
Wait.
bonuses.
ABC and start. How about then on the 6-button controller? How many?
On the 6-button controller for the Sega Genesis, how many buttons?
7?
That's correct.
Technically.
Well, you know what? What about?
They added mode
They did add
when they
mode.
found that some games did not support it.
Oh.
7 counts,
Well,
that's
there's,
it.
there's two. There's actually 2 6-button controllers. One without a mode and one with a mode.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what a Genesis.
Wow.
We're gonna
The
give.
fuck?
We're gonna give you credit for
Points having.
Question the 6th. I do it all day.
all day, every
All
day.
day, every day. In
You
Sonic
don't even.
in
That's probably so loud.
Spark. In Sonic Adventure, what sport does Big the Cat engage in?
I know this one, but I fucking hate his levels.
The worst. That's why I didn't beat the first Sonic Adventure.
I have a guess, but I'm gonna abstain because I didn't play Sonic Adventure.
Somebody screw somebody. Somebody
Let's
tap
tap
somebody.
Gonna get us sued.
Huh?
Alright, Ryan, tap.
Ryan.
Fuck me. Soccer.
No.
Damn it.
It's a good thing I didn't guess.
It was
No.
fishing. Bonus question.
Fishing in a Sonic game.
Yeah, that's why I didn't beat Sonic Adventure 1.
I'm outraged.
Yeah, exactly. You
I
didn't
got
play the
about
I'm
fucking
30
pretty
game.
minutes
outraged,
into Sonic
yeah.
Adventure, so it's just
You
Like,
know
let's
what
run
other-
around. Let's hunt for emeralds. Let's
Yeah.
be chased
Damn
by
it,
bullshit.
Ryan.
Let's fish.
This is the funnest part of this game, and it's running fast. Now, fish with a fat ass cat.
Bonus question. What is Fat Ass Cat looking for?
It can't be fish.
They don't want to say fish.
Like a big sexy trout.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Give up.
He's
Yes.
looking for his friend Froggy.
That was a bonus question, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, he has a friend. He has a frog. He has Froggy.
Wait, you get extra minus points for missing a tap?
No, we haven't traditionally. You can
Yeah,
you
I
can
don't
grade
think-
how
I
you
don't think
want,
you do.
teacher.
All right.
Question the 7th. I do decree it. What is the special power of Shadow the Hedgehog? Hint, not a gun.
Oh.
Oh, I was gonna say a gun.
He's evil Sonic. He's dark Sonic.
I haven't played a Shadow game.
Sonic Adventure 2.
Justin. Tap.
Oh.
Ryan's tapped. Get it right.
Um,
Price the points.
I played Shadow for about 30 seconds and realized I didn't want to play this game, so I have no idea. He can teleport.
Good guess.
Good guess.
Yeah.
Chaos Control.
Chaos
Stops time.
Does he scream chaos
He does.
control?
He
Control!
totally does.
Interesting.
When you did versus, Sonic and he would race, and he would just pause time and run
There's
past him.
battle.
Did anybody
That-
ever use that, or were you busy with the gun?
You
You
didn't
don't
use
have
the
the
gun
gun
until
and-
Shadow got his own game.
Yeah, that's only in
Oh.
Shadow the Hedgehog because they started giving Sonic the Sega characters stupid ass props.
Yes.
Sonic gets a sword later.
The Black Knight.
He's
Yeah.
He's also a werehog,
And
which
then he
is
gets
a
turned into a
which is a-
fucking
Uh,
That's another episode.
Unleashed.
The
Yeah.
Follies of Sega is another episode.
Right.
Stay tuned. for
Sega
that.
foibles.
like. Why are you
Stay
doing
tuned.
this?
Sonic Colors is amazing.
Oh yeah.
There's some good
And that's
ones.
that round.
Sonic Colors.
Thank
is
you
my-
I
both for
really like
competing.
Sonic Generations.
It was good, but
I
have
play Sonic
that.
Colors actually.
Really?
Yeah. Wait, for what system though?
it was only on the Wii.
Was it on no? There's the DS version.
No, not the DS one.
Okay.
The DS one. Well, the DS one was good, but it was different. It was more like the what was the other DS? Rush. It was like a Rush game.
Okay.
But,
I'll give it a whirl. I like Sonic.
well, no, that one was okay, but the Wii one though. The Wii one was
The Wii one.
I give it a whirl. I really want Lost Worlds to be good.
I wanted it to be good, but everything got rated.
Yeah.
Is that what you guys were just talking about? Is Colors is like the only really, really good one?
He has Blade
Well,
Colors.
I haven't played Colors either, but I want to.
Colors is
That's on the backlog.
good, but I really like I was saying Sonic Generations is good.
I have
just
that
don't
one
feel
over
like
there
it's an
actually.
actual game though. I feel like it's just like greatest hits.
That might be why I like it. Cause it definitely is. I mean, you go through Chemical Plant and Green Hill.
It's basically a greatest hits, isn't
But
it?
it's cool
Like in a
because-
new setting.
Yeah, but I mean, like
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like like there's no consistent story in an overarching game. Like there's not levels that are themed within levels. It's just like, hey,
Right.
let's just
It's-
play this.
It's not like, oh no,
nostalgia.
somebody took off with
play
Wendy
this
Hedgehog
nostalgia.
and
That
Yeah.
might be
Go
why
get her.
I can't dispute that because I think that's probably what it is, and that might be why I like it. Actually, best Sonic game ever, Sonic Mega Collections Plus.
because it's got like the Ultimate
All
Sonic
the-
whatever. It's got 20 Sonic games on there or
Sonic
something
games, yeah.
ridiculous.
It's even got like comic zones on it,
And it
comic
like
zone,
adds the lock-in feature from the Knuckles
It's got
thing.
Ristar on it actually. Too.
Brinstar?
Ristar.
Why hasn't Comic Zone come back? Where's that?
Where you at, Sega?
Can you imagine? Like, it'll be like the new Shaq Fu coming out. It'll be like hell of.
They'd have to make it
3D
comic book,
edgy
though.
bullshit.
Yeah, they're gonna make it.
You'll just have the cell shading like fucking Beautiful Joe or something going on, and
They
then
could do Beautiful Joe style comic zone. I'd be down with that.
It could be good.
Could
But
be
not-
good.
but not if Sega does it.
No,
what if Capcom does?
Sega hate.
it'll be Werehog. What if Capcom does it?
Don't be a
They
werehog.
won't do it. They'll outsource it to some Canadian fucking
Right.
company.
He'll be a wear
Sonic
comic.
6
He'll turn into
will-
like a half paper man and be like, he'll get cut
He just
up
turns
like Freddy
sideways and
Krueger.
starts like after you like a Pac-Man comic book, except for it's just shitty flapping sound.
No, it'll be third person. They'll give him a gun and put Hunk in it.
Right.
Oh man, Hunk owns.
Even in Operation Raccoon City.
Yeah,
Okay.
I played all the way through that game.
Did you like it?
It's alright.
You know, it was made by the SOCOM. team,
Backed
right?
up immediately. That's cool.
Well,
Whatever.
If you
No,
like
it was
that's
made
all
by.
right. It's made by Slant 6.
It was made by the SOCOM team.
Oh yeah, it wasn't even made by the main. It wasn't made by Zipper or whatever. It was
Right.
made by Slant 6. That's the B team for SOCOM. But
Slant
let's give
6 even sounds like a B
them, Let's
team.
give them Resident Evil.
Sure. Dude.
Anyway, we gotta keep this going.
Whatever.
That's another topic.
Uh,
Follies.
We have a main event. We had some things that we're gonna tease arcades for another show. I'm sorry, maybe that's when you can be on now because you love arcades.
I do.
But we're gonna tease that for another episode, and we're gonna go straight on to a different topic because I decree it.
Yeah.
Nintendo running out of time, and this is something that I wanted to talk about while you were on the show, Ryan, because we had a discussion about this, and I found it just infinitely
Compelling.
yes intriguing. I wanted to talk about it more. We ran out of time, much like Nintendo. I'm gonna ask you first of all, what did you mean by them running out of time?
Well, I was looking at it like.
I know what you mean, but they don't.
Right.
Right.
They don't understand what we were talking about because they weren't there.
There's no context for the listener.
So basically, the idea is that all of us here hold some kind of affinity or nostalgia with Nintendo from the 80s era, Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, the NES, and whatnot. There's a huge following of Nintendo that still follow Nintendo because of their nostalgia with the company.
Right.
And at some point, that nostalgia will disappear because people just won't. I don't want to
Right.
get too morbid about the topic, but
Because people
there's
die.
there's a generation that just won't exist anymore, and then Nintendo won't have that opportunity to capitalize on that nostalgia anymore.
To specify, Nintendo's opportunity is making the correct system for the correct, I guess, consumer base, but they're dick deep in other systems right now.
Right. So it's like
They have a Wii U and a 3DS and possibly something else by the next E3.
So why not tap on the heartstrings of the people that help build you to who you are right now, basically? So, for instance, one of the biggest things that I've found in working in retail is that not a lot of people know that Nintendo makes video games. Can I get a game for the Wii? Oh yeah. Or what's a good game on the Wii? Oh, any of the Nintendo franchises. Who's Nintendo?
Who's Nintendo?
Well, you're getting into brand awareness, and I think that's personally one of Nintendo's biggest problems.
Yeah.
Have you ever played Super Smash Brothers? Pick one of those. Like, play a game of one of those. That's a Nintendo. Well, usually.
A lot of
Well, you're
Nintendo.
Pick a
getting
Kirby,
into
you got a Donkey Kong, a Link, a Mario.
The average consumer isn't aware of publishers and developers. They just know
Right.
they play Mario. They don't know who makes Mario.
Right.
The average consumer is not, the hardcore gamer. They're just the people who play. They buy a Wii for Wii Bowling and for Animal Crossing or whatever they're playing.
And to be fair, I think a lot of the kids who get bought games don't even know who publishes them a lot of times. Like the average.
They're not looking to find that out.
Right.
But see, the thing was, like, back when we were kids, though, the gaming system was called the Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like, we were playing on the Nintendo.
It was a word that meant video games.
Yep, exactly. So it just it doesn't represent that.
It's
anymore.
true. It's what old people say.
Yeah,
Nowadays,
like,
it's like, are you playing on the Nintendo?
if
It's
you-
a fucking Xbox,
If
Dad.
you play, you talk to some 70-year-old person, they'll call an Xbox and Nintendo
Right.
because Nintendo meant video games.
That was the cornerstone of video games.
So
for a
that, I
while.
mean, that's kind of the core of the idea of this topic is that like they've got this built-in marketing bomb that they're waiting to drop. Like, why not call the next system
Or not
the
waiting to drop.
Nintendo?
You know
Unless
what?
they don't
That's-
recognize that.
That's a good point, and I think that their biggest issue is that they don't recognize that they have. It's real easy. If you ask me, it's real easy for Nintendo to get out of the slump they're in. It's real easy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They don't do it though, and I mean this is actually something that you see happening. We over on this episode of the podcast, we keep referencing companies that we think are follying or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you think about all the companies we've mentioned, they're all Japanese, and it seems like they're just becoming out of touch with what made them successful in the first place, and at the forefront of that is Nintendo. They're absolutely just not in touch with the people who grew up with them. You look at the Wii U, right? Now, regardless of the power of the Wii U, they're not supporting it with stuff that people like me and people like you and the listeners would want to play. They're giving. I mean, think about what has come out on Wii and on the Wii U and and the experiences that they represent, and think about where you can also get those experiences from. I mean, you don't need a Wii U. You don't need a Wii U. You literally can just get a 3DS and get almost the exact same experiences.
Yeah.
Mario 3D World, you got Mario 3D Land. Donkey Kong Country Trouble, you got Donkey Kong Country 3D Returns.
Mhm.
Like Smash Brothers, you got Smash Brothers. Mario
Coming
Kart.
out for 3DS, yeah.
Yeah.
It almost seems like they're siphoning off their own business. But I mean, that's
Right.
that's kind of besides the point. I really think that they have a real easy job to do, and I think that they fail on it. They just release stuff that with, like you said, tug on those heartstrings, right?
I'll make a case for their mobile market, or for the console market, that they are releasing, say, Mario Kart at the end of this month. They've got Smash Brothers coming out on the system, and I would argue that all the games that they've made are their own experience on a home console, but they are crippled by them also making a version of it that on a mobile system, you can take with you, that most everybody owns that is going to have a Wii U.
I think they're just learning the wrong lessons from the wrong companies with that kind of stuff. Like
Yeah,
they're
I
looking
think
at Sony and going, "Oh man,
Right.
Sony they take all of their franchises from here and then move them to their portable system. We should just do that." No, it doesn't work well for Sony.
They made Borderlands on the Vita. That's incredible.
You gotta have a compelling
Don't you-
reason to buy the Wii, because right now that's their weak point, right? The Wii U is absolutely. I mean, the 3DS is not a weak point. The 3DS is selling
Yeah.
like hotcakes, but
Yeah.
the Wii U it's a struggle to sell that thing, right? I mean,
Yeah.
most people don't even know it's a new system. Talk about
Right.
brand recognition, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You have the Wii, and then you have the Wii U. Now the average casual consumer is going to look at the Wii, and then they're going to think the U is literally just like the gamepad is an accessory to it represents
the gamepad is the U.
Yeah,
It's confusing, yeah.
Yeah.
They think they have the same system,
but they do that
but
with
then you get the...
yeah, exactly.
Right.
They'll go and they'll buy a Wii U game, and you have to tell them, I'm sure, like, this
Oh, yeah.
isn't going to work in your Wii, and they're like, what? Why not? It says Wii, and it's Nintendo. But anyway, they did the same thing with the 2DS, because now if you think about it, they have stickers on their damn games that say will also play on 2DS. You know what that means? That means there's brand confusion. People are going to come up to you and say, I have a 2DS. Does this
Their
play on
marketing
my
Where are the
department
2DS games?
is
Yeah,
where are the
failing right
2DS
now.
I literally heard that exact question just walking past the electronics department, like, where are your 2DS games? And the woman at the counter was like,
You
well,
tell them
actually, and I'm
they're-
like, I know exactly what they're
The
about to
response
say.
to that is always,
It's a face palm. I don't understand who's making these decisions at Nintendo's headquarters saying, we've got a great idea, let's name it the 2DS. It's like, that's awful.
Right.
that's like the
Stupid.
first name you came up with. That was like, you went straight.
That's your prototype name.
You went straight to Reddit. You're just like, we're gonna make a 3DS without 3D. What should we call it? Oh, I call it 2DS.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Well, this is the same regression
Crazy.
as we experienced in EA3 when everybody's going like, why are you calling the Xbox One? That's a step
I
backwards.
still think that's a dumb name.
They're trying to do that whole incorporate it into one box
But it's
thing,
an
but they went
all-in-one
backwards from 360 to
entertainment
1. Like,
system
yeah.
Well,
so-
that's
that is
been-
no longer an all-in-one.
It's been two gen-
even on a
there's-
subconscious level, PlayStation's moving up from 3 to 4. Xbox is going back. So whatever that does to the human psyche, they're viewing it as a step backwards.
Yeah, that's true too. But I mean, going maybe back to what Ryan was saying about making a new Nintendo console and just calling it the Nintendo,
Right.
that would work with Nintendo because it's been 30 years since the Nintendo was out.
Well, and because they built console gaming.
And also, it's different too because the original Nintendo was the Nintendo Entertainment System, which is why we call it the NES.
Right.
You don't call it an entertainment system; you call it a Nintendo.
Right.
So it's still technically its own new name. But it's just
that's also a great point. The fact that they call it the Xbox One though is confusing as hell because it's been only 2 generations since it's been. I mean, it's you know what the Xbox.
When people called the Xbox One.
Exactly. I
As soon as
call
the
it
360
that. I have to
came
call it
out.
like the Xbox original now, and I don't know. It's just annoying. I think the Xbox One's a dumb name.
Marketing
Xbox
departments
is
nowadays,
such a
man, it's-
waste of syllables.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is. Well, the thing too is like you think about it, like the casual demographic that buys the Nintendo hardware just to play bowling on it, right? Do they really care what the system looks like?
Like aesthetically?
Like aesthetically?
No, they could care less. Actually, except with the art, I mean, there is definitely something to be said about how the Wii U's form factor still very much resembles the Wii.
Right.
Because people get confused by that too. They're like, you show them the Wii U physically, and they're like, I have that.
Right.
Like, no, you don't. That's the Wii U.
You have a slightly shorter model.
Yeah, you have a squarer model.
Yeah.
It's slightly different.
Look how
Trust us.
sleek this is. I don't need.
I can put them side by side for you, but it's a waste of time. Please don't ask me any more questions.
They don't care though.
Right.
That's
They
the
don't-
point.
they
They
don't
don't
care.
care. So
Right.
what if Nintendo just made their next system and they made it look like a modern version of the NES?
Right.
It's like a modern art version of the NES. How many people would just buy that just to put on their mantle? Like, I'm not gonna play this thing. I just want to hang this thing here because of how beautiful it is.
I like the idea of that.
I do that with console. I did that with the Neo Geo.
I did that with the PlayStation 1. I have one that the body comes off the frame and you can see all the guts and the
Nice.
CD-ROM there. I nailed it up with the thing and then I pull it off every once in a while. Like, this was a beautiful machine. It brought me Final Fantasy VII.
But I mean, if that's the case, then it doesn't matter what it looks like to the casual person. Why not cater to that niche audience? And then now you've got them in your pocket, and you've already got the casual audience because you're going to release whatever the equivalent of Wii Bowling is on the
Right.
next system.
Well, you can release whatever the fuck you want on it. Like, that'll be your bowling or your the next Mario you do. Like, it almost doesn't matter what you do at that point. Like, you just then release, well, I mean, you should go forward and release your branded games, your Nintendo games. But
I think they also failed to see what made the Wii such a massive success.
Right.
Which is
bowling.
Well, I think anybody
Well-
does when that happens that fast.
it was the accessibility.
Right.
Because people like my grandma owns a Wii.
Yes.
She owns no video game systems. You know why she bought a Wii? She saw bowling. You know why she could play bowling though?
It's not heavy.
It's just not heavy.
That's-
And her
yeah.
hands are brittle. No, it's because the motion to play bowling is a natural bowling throw.
Universal, yeah.
Anybody can play because they know how to already do that.
Well,
You have to teach them how to press the button and to let go
Right.
to do that, and that's why she bought it because she could play. She could play tennis, and she could play baseball, and that's why she played it. But with the Wii U, you show her the Wii U gamepad,
yeah.
and it's confusing as
She's
shit.
like, holy crap.
It's got so many buttons and it's got a big ass screen. She holds that thing and she's like, fuck this. I don't know what the hell to do with this. You give her a Wii remote though, you just tell her waggle your hand and she'll shit. That's good. So I mean, I just think that
I have a hard
I mean-
time if I was anybody other than me with my gigantic mitts holding
the
this.
Wii U
like,
gamepad is just. I personally like the gamepad because
It's
Me
a
too.
cool concept.
it's
I like
just to me it appeals to me.
The Super Game Gear.
It
But-
is.
Well, you can sit on the couch and basically it's like a portable system.
Oh, no.
You can put your Wii U anywhere in your house.
The Game Gear.
And
I thought I was playing
you don't even need to have it
Shinobi.
hooked up to a
Nah.
TV. And you can just use that thing like a
Put a game in it, you
like a DS
asshole.
or something.
You know, I'll validate your point. I agree with you to some degree that it's a confusion between the complicated controls, but honestly, the success of the original Wii was, and I hate to put it this way, but it was a gimmick. There were plenty of other things that existed before the Wii.
The controller.
Where you could just wave something at a TV screen. Like, you know, back in LA in like whatever 2002, I was down there and there was the street vendor that had this game. It's like, it's tennis, play it. And it's just all I had was tennis.
Oh no, I
And
don't disagree with that because I mean, if you think about what the iToy was on the
Yeah.
PS2,
Yeah.
that thing had fantastic. I mean, that was like an early.
You
Connect.
waving your hands
Yeah.
around in front of you like an idiot.
No, but it worked well. That
Yeah.
ninja swatting game or whatever,
Oh,
it
gosh.
worked really well. Did you play that?
Yes.
But like the problem with it is that you have to do extra things to get. And I'm speaking strictly from like a cat, like my grandma's viewpoint.
Yeah, yeah.
My grandma buys a Wii, everything comes with it. Everything you need to play bowling is right there. With
Right.
the PS2 and with the Xbox 360 and the Kinect, anything else, you have to buy extra stuff. I mean, the technology's not novel.
Yeah, yeah.
But you can't just buy something, hook it up, and play. Like you have to get other stuff and hook it up. separately from. You have to buy an iToy, you
Right.
have to buy a Move controller. You have to. I mean, but it's the simplicity of it was what
It also captured a lot of people, though, in innovation. Like, they hadn't really done, aside from the iToy, anything virtual like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then some douche on a stage in a suit comes out and says, like, what if you could swing a sword like Zelda? And you'd be like, oh, God.
I don't know.
But
it's-
then I've got people, like, I can swing a sword and a shield now.
It's that lightning in a bottle moment that most one-hit wonder bands get, where you just, like, for some reason, you just love this song for this summer,
Right.
and you just forget about that band ever
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Everybody wanted
Nobody
that
can
for
expl-
about 2 months.
Nobody can explain it because it's like a large enough group of people started listening to that song, which filtered it out to everyone,
Oh, yeah.
and
That's
then
exactly what happened.
and then it just sucks back down again. And I think, I hope they don't, because they're a big enough company to realize this. But it seems like they're not getting the fact that, hey, we were a one-hit wonder with the Wii.
No, you're absolutely right. They totally were. They had like a fluke with the Wii, and I don't think they realized it.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the system sales, the Wii, oh my God, that
Right.
eclipses anything Nintendo's ever done.
We were actually looking at stocks, which just shows you that Ryan and I get together and look at the stock market. But we were looking at stocks. Nintendo shows this spike right about, what was it, 2009 or 2000? When did it come out? 2006,
2006,
something like that.
Oh, I'm talking
It
about
just
the
does
Wii
this,
U.
Oh, yeah.
this huge spike thing and then just poof, right back down. And you're like, that was the Wii.
But see, the thing is, you can't sell a Pet Rock 2.
You're right.
There's no way. You
That's
cannot
true.
sell a Pet Rock 2.
That's true. Well, and as evidenced by the Wii U sales, right?
I don't know. Pokemon came out with another game. No, I'm just kidding.
I
Pet
see
Rock.
what you did there.
Thank you.
A Charmander.
I don't know. I just feel like at this point they
His name
can.
is Graveler.
Their next system, they call it the Nintendo. They cater to the 80s audience, and the casual's going to buy it anyways. And now we're all excited and we're going to buy it. You know what I mean?
I think
they need
that's
that right now.
I think that you're right, and I like that idea. I mean, if they were to release the Nintendo, came out, it's got traditional control set.
Yep.
I mean, it just has two controllers. I don't care if they're wired. I prefer them to be wired. Plug them in your system like
Right.
like a Nintendo.
Yeah.
It looks like a Nintendo.
They can make
It's all
it look
gray
like
with the
that,
little black
but
stripes.
That would be great, and if they included with it games, and what I mean by that is like the Nintendo games that we want to play. Release a Metroid, release a Zelda, release a Mario, release a Mario Kart. But don't fucking just talk about it, because here's my biggest problem with the Wii U.
Right.
It's not the system, it's not the brand recognition, because I think the system's fun. I think that the games that are on it and that utilize its power correctly are fantastic. Super Mario 3D World is gorgeous, right? Mario Kart 8 is gorgeous.
Right.
So, I mean, the system can do what they want it to do, because Nintendo doesn't need a graphical powerhouse to push polygons, But my biggest problem with it is that it's all this promised potential, but we're just assuming it's going to get realized. Where they say, buy the Wii U, because there's going to be all these great Nintendo franchises. You're going to get a Zelda, you're going to get a Smash Bros., you're going to get a Mario Kart, you're going to get the same shit you've been getting since the 90s, because they release the same shit on every console.
That's how they bait you.
Exactly.
Yeah, well-
They bait you with it, but have they delivered? Because here's the thing, where the Wii U's been out for a couple years now, and what do we have? We have 2 Mario games that are arguably just upgrades to DS versions.
Right.
Yeah.
And you have the first big game to come out for it is Mario Kart 8, right? I mean,
Yeah, that's 2 years in.
exactly. It's 2 years into the system, and then the second one's going to be Smash Bros. What's after Smash Bros? Is there anything announced after Smash Bros. That's first party?
All
That's
I'm
one
saying
of
is
there-
one of my predictions for E3, Zelda.
There's
I think they'll
no
do one.
first party games on the horizon outside of Smash Bros. I mean, sure, E3's
Not
around the
announced.
corner. Right. I mean, E3's around the corner, but I'm just saying. There's just this potential that they promise you, and that's what they want you to buy into. And I don't think people are buying into it anymore.
F-Zero.
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
Oh.
if there's no F-Zero at E3 this year, I'm throwing it out the window.
Right.
And I love the second story.
Yeah, dude, where's that story, man?
If you think about it, what is Nintendo as a company, other than a nostalgia factory?
Their franchises.
Like
And
that's
that-
all they
that's the
do. So
point.
if you make
Like,
a nostalgia
but-
machine and you crank out the games that you're already planning to make or making, the ones that you've been doing
This-
since the 1990s or 80s,
Well, that's what kills me. Is
Like-
to me, Nintendo is their franchise. It's their characters. They're Mario and Zelda and Donkey Kong and Kid Icarus and everything. But they're all these franchises that everybody loves and that sell. Look at the Nintendo first party games, right? They always sell. Mario Kart fucking sells gangbusters, right? But why don't they release them in a timely manner at all? It's not like they're hard to make because they've been making them forever. How hard is it to make
Right.
I'm sorry.
Rainbow
How hard is
Road
it-
and High
How
Paw.
hard is it to make a Mario Kart game? Look,
They
because
can put
they
out
use
a Call of Duty game every year, and they can put out a
absolutely.
Yeah.
Not to mention that all the fucking first-party Nintendo games basically run off the same fucking graphics engine anyway.
Right.
Well,
There's
right, yeah.
The GameCube Mario games, every fucking Mario game, same engine. Mario
Right.
Tennis, Mario Baseball, Mario fucking
You know,
Same
oil
stuff
drilling.
since the
You know what the problem
64.
is, right?
Tennis and golf and
I'm
all
just
that
saying, but
shit.
they're even on the same graphics engine, so they don't have to make a new.
Nintendo's already admitted why they're doing this.
Why?
They've admitted it multiple times.
Tell me
in
it's not
years.
like marketable, not like creating demand or...
Innovation. That they don't want to make something that they've already made.
They're
Which is
not-
ironic
they're not
because-
Because that's all they do.
But that's the thing is, if you think about it, you look back, and in every Mario Kart leading back, there's always something completely different about each Mario
You can
Kart
say
game.
that about Madden.
True, but
Challenge
they,
everything.
but
Yeah.
they have the gimmick
Yeah.
everything. You know, like Double Dash. You have a gimmick in Double Dash. You can fly in Mario Kart 7. You know, it's like
Which is the same for their systems. What's the gimmick on this one? Oh, they have a giant pad as a remote
Exactly,
control.
and that's their problem is they think that they need to continue to innovate, or maybe they just want to continue to innovate something new and something great, and that's fine. But do that in like a subset. Like put out your system. Like you reached a pinnacle in like the Super
Right.
Nintendo era, where like you put out the Super Nintendo and you just defined gaming forever.
Right.
And then Sony and Microsoft went, "Whoa, neat." Sega and everyone's like, "I'm gonna keep doing that."
Began to
And
trend
then
and then
Nintendo went,
eclipsed
I'm
you.
gonna go do this weird crap over here
Right.
and completely forget what I set the benchmark for everyone else.
Yeah, they're not innovators. Like they've put the focus on the wrong set. Like what they're doing, they like release Wonderful 101, and they're like, oh guys, Wonderful 101, and they're not pushing anything. It's like you could have released your Donkey Kong a year and a half earlier, and people would have bought it.
Look at Sony though. Sony does that in a subset. They have their core system that
Right.
they deliver their core games on, and then they're like, "Hey, we're gonna try the Move thing. Hey, we're gonna do Morpheus."
But they
Hey,
release
we're
their
gonna
core
do-
games,
But that's what I'm saying. Like they play around with crap
right?
and they innovate with things, but they don't let that ruin the core experience of their system.
Right.
Nintendo, with their software, they just rehash the same games every generation.
Right.
You always get the Mario Karts, you always get the Smash Brothers, you always, whatever. But I mean, that's not just because they add a new feature. I mean, is it really innovation?
They think it is.
I know they think
Is it a
is,
special feature?
but
No, I think it ruins the games. To be honest, like
sometimes it does.
in
Absolutely.
a lot of cases, I don't want innovation. Like we discussed Sonic previously, I don't want innovation in Sonic anymore.
No, that's why I liked.
Ryan, sometimes it ruins the system.
Yeah.
Sometimes it ruins the game. Sometimes it ruins the system. Their innovation, like it's so pivotal. Like clutch everything on it, and then if it falls apart, if it fails, it's like nothing to fall back on because that's your controller now.
We keep hearing this word innovate, like with again, this is Japanese developers, man. Like Nintendo keeps saying, we don't want to do it because we want to innovate. We want to do the next big thing. You don't
Right.
want to do you don't want to do the same thing. You want to do the next big thing. Because Square's saying the same thing
Capcom.
too. Capcom's saying the same thing too.
Let's
They-
not.
Square says Final Fantasy VII doesn't need a remake because of the same thing. They don't want to do the same thing. They want to, but
They're flip flopping now because of
But then they
Brexit.
fucking released 8 different games in the 7 universe, and they're like, we need to innovate.
Right.
Let's be fair to Japan here.
I love
because-
Japanese games. I'm not trying to brag on Japan.
Wait. The last 12 months have proven that America is not so great on innovation either.
I'm not trying to brag on
with
Japan.
Microsoft innovating the Xbox One and then re-innovating it for the last 12 months.
Oh,
Re-innovating
God.
Call of
Don't even get me
Duty,
started on the
re-innovating
Xbox One. The
Gears
Xbox
of
One
War.
pisses me off so bad, so much.
I'm just saying it's not exclusive.
I
to
don't know,
Japan.
it's not, and I need to clarify. Like, if Japanese games are my bread and butter, man. I
Yeah.
love it. If you look at all the games I own and I play, I play Japanese games the most. It's not like I'm specifically playing them because they're Japanese. Just that aesthetic and that style of game has always appealed to me.
Yeah.
But it's because of that I'm so passionate about the poor decision making that these companies are making. Because
Yeah.
to me, just like Nintendo, it is so simple. Sega's the same boat. It's so simple for them to make money. They just don't want to because they use
It's
this
the same-
bullshit excuse like, hey, we need to innovate.
It's the same philosophy. Everyone hails, like you said, Sonic Generations is one of the best Sonic games. Why? Because it doesn't have a gimmick. The
It
gimmick
does-
is the
yeah.
fact that it doesn't have a
The
gimmick.
gimmick is it's not a gimmicky. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's great. That's why I like it. You get to play Chemical Plant Zone in 2D and then in 3D. It's not different. That's why I like it.
I want to make a claim that everybody's trying to relive the glory days and it's not working out for them, so they're trying to move something ahead. The
past
glory
is
days don't
better.
work.
The future
Everything
sucks.
new sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just like everything
I
new
think
sucks.
the video game
That's
market
better.
has, if not but I think has stagnated into quicksand now. And I think the only answer so far, like recently, lies in indie games in the indie market because that's the only thing that's truly making innovative.
Yeah, and I don't
jumps
want
forward.
I don't want to kibosh innovation too
Right.
much at that point, but at the same time, it's like you have to have a baseline.
Right.
If you start innovating too many things, you get completely lost in what you're innovating. You're like
You're not even the same company. anymore,
re-innovating
yeah.
what you've just innovated, and you're just like, I don't even know what the word innovation means anymore.
You're arguing for a cycle. You'd rather have them catch back to square one.
Yeah, I would like to see Nintendo just clean slate and just like, okay, you know what, let's establish a good foundation again, and then we'll talk about innovating the
Reggie,
next console.
you're fired.
Oh, Reggie pisses me off too.
Reggie Fils-Aimé.
Reggie Duke. He has this like intimidation. Who is he intimidating?
He stands on the stage.
He's not intimidating other
in a
companies
suit.
or consumers.
He loses weight.
I don't give a shit about Reggie. I don't give a shit about
His
Reggie.
body is ready
I
to
could
find
give
another job.
fucking two shits about Reggie. Reggie can kiss my ass. I don't care.
So,
I want to see Nintendo games, and I want to see a
Right.
new Nintendo system that doesn't have a gimmick.
in summation,
Yeah.
you want to see new Nintendo games. You want them to release
I
their
want them
games
to release
on time.
games. I want them to say, here's a system, and here's some fucking games,
Right.
not, please look forward to an announcement. And fucking Nintendo Directs and...
New old system.
Well, yeah, basically. They
Basically.
pander to the
Yeah.
original audience.
To the audience that's going to die, namely us and those just before us.
Right. And then
Before you lose all your magic and we don't care anymore.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you look at, like, the nostalgia that we have for the NES and the Super Nintendo, the next following generations, are they going to have the same nostalgia for the GameCube?
I doubt it.
And, yeah, no.
Are they going to have the same nostalgia for
The
Wii,
Yeah.
the Wii U?
I was just thinking that. Do you think we're just too old? Like when you're 8 years old and like you played Little League and they're like, we're gonna get pizza, and you're like, holy shit, pizza! That's the best food ever. Nowadays you
Wait.
get pizza, you're like, cool.
Nice.
That is a really good point, and Sega likes to make that a lot with Sonic. They say that we've just outgrown Sonic, so we
Yeah.
don't get it anymore.
They say it's not made for us anymore.
Right, and I say that you're wrong.
If you look at the numbers, it's not really made for kids anymore either, though. Like,
Because
nobody wants
you're
the new
making
Sonic.
that's your argument, and your argument is you're making it for kids, and kids just don't care. They just want to play a fun Sonic game. Here's a weird idea.
Make a fun
Just
Sonic.
make a Sonic game we want to play.
Right.
They'll just buy it because it's got Sonic in it.
Right.
Everybody wins.
Right.
It's too novel of a concept. They got to give Sonic a sword or a
Too
handgun.
easy. Yeah.
So we gotta stop teabagging Nintendo
Yeah.
for the time being.
But we love Nintendo.
But we love Nintendo.
Yeah, and that's the reason we're talking about it. It's because they have the potential to be what we want them to be. They just aren't doing it, and they need to change.
Nintendo, we only want the best for you.
We're
Because
trying
the
to
best
help
for you makes us happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
It
then
makes
we get
everybody
good
happy.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to move on to
With all
trivia.
that,
Round 3.
trivia.
The finale.
The final, the climax.
So that I can prove that I understand where Nintendo's going, just not where they came from.
Yeah.
Where did they come from?
I don't know. Mario.
Where did they go?
Where did you come from, Nintendo?
I will tell you this: going into the final round, it is pretty close.
Really?
So yeah, it's pretty close.
You need to go away so I can bring up the thing that's
No,
the
because
there's a
Ryan
wire there.
Hasn't been getting negative points.
I'm not taking any risks.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm not
So he's
doing well.
he's the tortoise to your hair.
Have you
Right.
seen The Room?
I'm playing it fair.
Tell me what's a Ohio.
No, I've seen the Room, the iOS game, which is cool.
What about Silent Hill 4 there?
Silent Hill 4, The
That is-
Room. Also. Anyway, trivia 3.
All right.
Three.
Trivia. Yet more round 3. Fuck. Number 1.
You say you tomorrow round 3?
Fuck.
Fuck.
Knuckles the Echidna. What is his job?
Its job?
Mm-hmm.
Ryan, to kick ass.
Is that an acceptable answer? Judges?
You're a scorekeeper.
I'm going to give him half credit because he does punch things.
If I was a kid, hell yeah, Knuckles kicks ass.
Yeah.
All right. Would you like to steal, even though the thing?
No. Because I'm going to say something useless like factory worker.
No. Knuckles is the guardian of the Master Emerald.
Really?
Duh.
Yeah, he guards the Master Chaos Emerald.
It's
I'm pretty sure he
green.
kicks ass.
I'm pretty sure he kicks ass, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
pretty sure
true.
he's lost that several times and had to go back and search for
He
it. So he's
steals
not a
all-
very good guardian. He's shitty at his job.
He was betrayed by Robotnik, who told him that Sonic was after the Master Emerald when it was Robotnik the whole time.
Yeah, and
I
that's
think-
why Sonic and Knuckles, it's Sonic and Knuckles teaming up against
Whereas
Dr.
that's why he's an asshole for all of, like,
Sonic
Sonic
Eternity.
3. Question the second, I do decree it. Aaron was super jazzed about this.
Phew.
What other blue character did Sonic team up with in Archie Comics crossover?
Brian, Mega Man.
Yeah, motherfucker!
Oh, yeah.
That was
Oh!
badass.
I just bought that graphic novel.
Do they have it in a thing now?
Yeah. There's a lot of them though. There's,
Wait, that was
Really?
Sonic crossover? I
There's
thought that was just a
4.
Mega Man.
It's Sonic and Mega Man crossover.
Yeah.
Those collide.
It was really, really
Power Man
awesome.
5000?
Oh, does it have the stuff
Yeah.
beforehand leading into it for both? Because
Uh,
I just read the arc where they were connected.
It's just the comics compiled into a book.
You said there was multiple.
Well, yeah, I mean, because it's only like 6 comics per graphic novel.
Mm,
So
sure.
there's like 30 comics. So like there's like 4 or 5 books.
Hmm.
You want to call them volumes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Question 3rd. How many stars are there to collect in Mario 64?
Oh,
Come on,
this
guys.
is a trick question
Shit.
because I have the DS one and
The
DS1.
one's
has
different.
Yeah,
more.
64.
It is.
For the
Not
Nintendo
64
64.
DS.
I think it's a trick question, but Justin, 120.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
correct.
trick question.
Unless you do some weird glitches.
Right.
Well,
when
that-
there's like
that doesn't
121, and then Yoshi's on the top of the castle, and then
See,
I'm
what?
just
I was-
saying, at what number can you beat the game at though? Like without cheating.
Oh shit.
'Cause
That's a
you
good.
don't have to.
You
get
don't.
120.
You only have to get like fucking 80 or something.
I thought it was 70. I'm
It's
just
something
kidding.
weird. I couldn't remember.
I think if you
I thought it was like 80 or 85.
if you don't do anything extra,
Right. You
thought
can
it was-
get.
I thought it was. I don't know.
Didn't they
I
add
don't
like
know.
30 more in the DS one?
Yeah,
Yes.
because they added characters and stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
so
which
they added
sounded
more.
interesting. Question the 4th, I decree
I
it.
played it. It was interesting. You'd like.
At the start of Super Mario 64, for what occasion does Peach call Mario to her castle?
Oh man.
I know this one
Oh
because
man.
it's a good reason.
Justin, she made you a cake.
Yes.
Oh,
Made a cake for you.
I was on the right
It's
path
a
too.
toadstool.
Dang it.
Peach. Speaking of crossovers, how many games have been released with Sonic and Mario playable?
Fuck.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Ice taco.
Are you counting ones that aren't out yet?
Released.
Okay.
Released.
I got a number, but I don't think it's right. I don't
I'll
think
guess,
it's
too.
close.
There.
Ryan,
Wait, are you counting? Sorry.
3?
No,
Are you counting multiple versions of the same game?
pretty much. Not like different systems.
Okay.
Because that would be.
So same game
Just-
that's released on the
yeah.
2 systems.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
I don't remember.
I don't have a good.
Five.
I think it's more than 3, but I don't
it
have a good
5?
number.
It is 5.
Okay.
Because there's the Mario and Sonic at the Olympics,
There's 2 of
London.
those.
and
And
There are 4 of
There are
those.
4 of the.
Four of
Yeah.
those?
There
So
are-
there's summer
there's
and winter.
summer.
There's Olympics, Winter Olympics,
Yeah.
London, and Sochi.
Yeah.
Sochi. There we go.
Oh, that's why.
That's
And then,
why.
yeah, Brawl.
Dang it.
It's different. And then
Trick
Brawl.
question.
And then
Questions.
Brawl, right?
Yeah.
We have 2 questions left, so please remember their tap, because it's fun.
You can't make me tap. You can't make me screw someone, Aaron.
Question the 6th, I do decree it. In Sonic Adventure, there's a stage where Sonic rushes across docks chased by what?
Ryan, Orkawell.
Yes.
Damn it.
Bonus!
I had it. I know.
Sonic Adventure 2 had a city level where you were chased. By what?
Ryan, Truck.
Yes.
That's your.
Oh yeah.
That's your bonus question.
Second bonus question: is that song awesome?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And it's awesome in the rock
Second,
version,
you can't give bonus.
not
questions.
the Owl City version in Generations.
I don't think I've heard that.
There's two
Owl
versions
City.
in Generations. There's the obviously the third the 3D perspective, which is like the rock version from
Yeah. I don't think I've
Adventure.
gone to that level yet.
And then on the 2D perspective, there's like this weird electric version that
I'm gonna
sounds like
have
an
to
Owl
get
City
to that
song.
level. I have not beat Generations.
So it has a really catchy. Running around at the speed of sound.
Number 7, the final question,
Final
of,
question.
of my nonsense. Modern Sonic, who has changed, or Mario? Which one is voiced by Charles Martinet?
Justin. Modern Sonic, isn't it?
No.
That is.
Modern. He changed. He was
Mm.
Mario.
Can I steal it?
Is there a bonus question?
It's a true or false, so there's no bonus question. It's pretty
Dang.
much a one or the other. Which one? I guess it could be neither.
You know what it should have been?
Wait, modern.
Bit Trip Runner.
I know.
Because that would have been correct.
I know modern Sonic is. Mario changed voice actors?
No.
Yeah, it's Charles Martinet.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
him forever.
Forever.
Like
I
95.
thought he changed. I thought he moved over now.
I met that
No.
guy at E3 like 10 years ago.
Apparently, that guy's also all the modern incarnations of like Luigi
He's
and
everything.
Waluigi.
Yeah,
and
he's a lot of
he's
stuff.
like every Mario character. except,
I'm
like, Peach.
Charles Martinet, and this is Bit Trip 2,
Right.
Future Legend of Rhythm Alien.
He's
He
just
does the
some
intro on
old.
that.
He's just some old, tall white guy.
Fun fact on that.
Yeah.
The modern Sonic is Roger Craig Smith, who is also Batman in Arkham Origins and also Ezio.
Right.
Task for
He
You.
just makes me think Roger
I didn't
Smith
know he was Sonic.
from
Goodness.
Big O.
Ezio is Sonic.
Ezio is Sonic,
Interesting.
and freaking what's his name? Batman.
He's also the best Sonic voice in my opinion.
Chili dogs.
No.
I haven't actually heard.
Aaron's the best Sonic voice in
Yeah,
my opinion.
Second Urkel.
I beat
no.
Urkel at something. Hell yeah! Next to the robot building competition, I'm
I tell you what, you
boned.
didn't beat Urkel in building weird chambers that turn you into Bruce Lee.
That's
If
true.
only- If only I had manifested a chamber to turn me into Bruce Lee.
Or
Why
having
did-
whatever the fuck that car was that
why
you know
did
for some reason.
The Isetta.
Yes.
Why
Yes.
did Family Matters get all science fiction-y? Like at the
Because they couldn't rely on family dynamic anymore. That the family was clearly falling apart.
Oh
right?
yeah. Judy went into porn.
Right.
Yeah.
He's our hookup on all things porn. Like if somebody's gone into porn, he
Right.
knows if they're famous.
Right.
Yeah.
If they're famous, he doesn't know just like, oh hey, there was this girl from Arkansas who went into porn. I thought you
Why
should
would
know.
I know that?
Right.
Girl from Arkansas.
Only if they were
There's
famous.
a lot of girls from a lot of places that go into porn.
A lot of girls from Arkansas that go into porn. A lot of
A lot of
daddy issues in
things
Arkansas.
going to a lot of girls.
Why do we pick on Arkansas so much?
Arkansas.
I call it
because
Arkansas.
it's
I know you
Arkansas.
do.
Well,
we had a podcast about
Yeah,
it.
it's bullshit.
thank you, gladiators,
That
for
was hard.
competing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Gotta feel
Get
the
that
sting.
sting. Yeah.
Got the Adventure Time class.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta quickly go
MultiTap.
We have-
Multi-friends.
We gotta
What,
quickly go into our
who would win?
Who would win?
Well, before that, I
We
think
gotta-
we need a winner.
We need
for
a
the
winner
thing
for
so
a
someone can
loser,
get a.
so that somebody can voice
Okay.
whatever.
Someone
Okay,
can,
let's
or
tally
whatever.
Justin
I lost.
comes in at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 3 bonus I gave for announcing all of the goddamn
Yes.
Almost every.
Mario
Koopalings.
Koopalings. So he's coming
Yeah.
out to 10. Ryan got half credit for saying an answer that wasn't a choice on a multiple choice question.
Half of one. He got half of
I give
one
him
for
half
kick
point
ass.
because
kicking ass.
he said 9,
Nine.
and that wasn't a choice.
Right.
Yeah.
I like
6,
that.
7, 8, or 10.
I like that he stuck to his own answer because yours weren't. He
They
didn't
were
like
not
it.
satisfactory.
Yeah,
he
it
knew
was
better
just-
than I.
He knew better. So
Awesome.
that's
My
half
own reality.
point. So 1.5, 2.5, 3.5.
This is the
You
best
got 4
trivia
5,
game.
minus 1, and then half credit. So you only got 5.5
Oh shit.
5.5 to what?
to 10.
That's different.
I was 90% that I lost.
I was surprised because at the end you were just cranking them out. You're like, that one,
Yes.
that one, yeah. Get it.
It's just
That was why I think you had a better ratio for correct answer than I did.
Without the bonus, it was 7 to 5. I mean,
Oh,
so
That's
it wasn't.
true.
It wasn't too. It was pretty close.
but I got bonuses because I know Koopalings.
Bonuses.
But I did give you a bonus for
For-
giving the Sonic voice actors without that being a question.
Right.
See, again, he's playing by his own rules.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a maverick.
I sit here in my chair of Zeus, cooking up a voice for the Ryan guest. And there's one that I want to hear, but it's
Just make him Sonic the Hedgehog.
no,
No.
because I want to hear this voice come around again.
Hmm.
But I want to hear your take on Nicolas Cage.
Oh man, I don't do voices.
That's the fun part.
This is the first time that somebody who doesn't do voices will do a voice on this show.
Pretty
So
much
you're,
lost all
You're
of
breaking
it.
us in.
I'm breaking us in right now. And
It's not all like Nicolas Cage.
it was so close though. We're gonna steal cars, man. It's bad.
You gotta steal cars,
I got
man.
60 seconds to steal cars.
There you go.
Is that you're just gonna say his movie titles?
I
Like,
just-
what's next?
All of it.
I gotta raise Arizona.
We faced off in trivia.
I'm
I
feeling
like where
pretty
this is going.
Bangkok, dangerous.
Oh man.
How many? You know
Gotta
what?
get out of Las Vegas.
Here-
Leave it,
hearing-
baby.
Hearing you do this accent is a national treasure. Nicolas Cage.
Con Air.
On air. You
Uh,
just say Con Air.
Con Air. You are the rock
The
that keeps this. You should be doing this. You're the guy who lost.
awesome.
You're a little tired.
I am.
You're a little wired.
Oh, here we go.
Gone in 60 Seconds reference.
Right.
So they decided you walked out. I think.
You did walk out as per usual. How dare you?
The walls that surround your toilet are so narrow.
You heard everything.
I felt that like the walls were like just incredible. I was like in the trash compactor.
That's the
In
point
Star
of our
Wars,
bathroom is to make you uncomfortable.
So that you get out.
I thought you were gonna say they're covered in shit now.
Yeah, so I missed, and it's just covered with layers of shit.
Well, before you leave, you
Right.
have to go
Nope.
lick it up.
I'm sorry.
I'm
Delish.
sorry.
Against my policy.
Well, we have a couple who would win.
All right, what are we
Um,
doing?
The first one to come out was just a quick little Punisher or Taskmaster from the Marvel Universe. Who do you think would win in that fight?
You already know who I think would win.
No,
Punisher?
Taskmaster.
Taskmaster.
But why?
Because I believe the Taskmaster to be more resourceful than Francis Castle.
Is that because the Taskmaster's ability is to just copy abilities?
Out of
Copy the
necessity,
Punisher?
yeah. So Punisher is, to me, a little bit of a one-trick pony, where he goes in and he's in for maximum damage, but he's too focused. Like all he wants is vengeance or death or something like that. So if he has no personal vendetta against the Taskmaster, unless he did something to him or his family,
What if the vendetta is he's trying to kill me?
that's not usually enough for him. Like he went against. I guess he won against Venom because he had some technology for him, but technology doesn't work if you have that against Taskmaster. He will adapt to it.
So
He has to be more adaptable to it, and I don't think Frank Castle has that.
Wait,
Fair enough.
so in your world, you're saying that he's just copying Punisher. Isn't a copy always slightly less? So wouldn't the Punisher
Yes,
have
but
the
he's
advantage?
copied a billion other people by this point. He's the master of all combat.
Because he's copied Spider-Man, he's copied Captain America.
He's copied
he's
literally
Hawkeye.
everybody.
But in the world that you propose, he's copying Punisher, though. And therefore, Punisher would be a better Punisher.
Is the
But couldn't
yeah,
he-
but a less capable fighter, a less capable combatant.
he has a bulletproof shield.
Well,
He does
and
have
the
a bulletproof
and the
shield.
Punisher's ability is literally bullets.
And a
Well-
sweet Grecian sword.
He blows people's faces off with shotguns in Punisher Warzone. We just learned.
He does. Yeah.
I gotta tell you, like I'm a huge Punisher fan
Yeah.
because he doesn't take shit and he kills people. He's like a Batman who kills people.
right.
Is
Less
a
of a
little,
detective, more of a
a
stalker.
little less
Yes.
honor. Yeah.
Yes, but
less problem with.
But the Punisher is definitely resourceful. He's definitely smart, and he's definitely a badass. The Punisher goes up against people like Venom, and
Yeah.
fucking's like he's like I'm a human, you're fucking Venom.
So is Taskmaster.
But no, Taskmaster.
has gone up against some of the worst people.
But
And-
Taskmaster learns abilities. Like that's like a power.
Yeah. He's got a superpower.
Right.
It's true.
I'm just saying, Frank Castle has no superpower. He's just a pissed off white guy with guns.
Right.
And he's
America.
I'm just trying to figure out. I'm just trying to figure out how far being a pissed off white guy takes you up against a guy with
Apparently it's
superpowers
enough-
who can learn
apparently
from
it's
Captain
en-
America,
it's
Spider-Man.
It's enough to beat Venom. What has now? Could Venom beat Taskmaster?
Eddie Brock is foolish traditionally,
Mhm.
and he loses to a lot of people,
He does.
So, did he fight?
including Spider-Man, who Taskmaster stole abilities from.
Did
Punisher
he
also fights Spider-Man.
It's like 7 big
Doesn't win.
Taskmaster
It's
now.
the first appearance.
Did he,
Doesn't win,
Well, he doesn't win because Spider-Man's still alive.
right?
did he fight Eddie Brock
That's-
Venom, or did he fight the other Venom, who was whatever the fuck his name is, the Scorpion?
No, fuck that. No, he fought Eddie Brock.
Okay.
He did, yeah.
Did he fight Eric Foreman Venom?
He did not fight. He did not fight.
He did not fight Eric Foreskin Venom.
Seems like that would be a
He
very
did
quick
not fight
You know what pisses
Doctor
me off?
Pee-Pee Venom.
Is that Dr. Pee-Pee, Professor Brownbottom?
Everything is so cyclical in this show.
Oh, yes.
Deliciously circuitous. You're supposed to be Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Damn
Maybe
it.
he is Nicolas Cage.
I am Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, maybe he's...
This whole time?
This is Nicolas Cage doing my voice.
There you go.
He's an incredible actor.
Incredible.
So good.
He's Nicolas Cage in Wicker Man right now. We
Right.
don't even know.
The
Not the
bees.
bees!
Oh God, the
No,
bees.
not the bees!
So who do you think?
That's high praise.
I would still go with Taskmaster.
Would you?
Yeah, because
Have I made a compelling argument, or would you go Taskmaster on his own merit?
No, I like your argument. I mean, the thing is Punisher is a one-trick pony. He would have, if he was able to prepare,
Right.
he might have something for Taskmaster because he would be smart. I feel like Frank Castle's smart enough to know that Taskmaster is going to copy him and to give him something that he hasn't copied.
Right.
But I just think Taskmaster has too many tools in his tool belt so that whatever Frank Castle did, Taskmaster's got an answer for it. I don't know. I'd go with Taskmaster because bulletproof shield.
And he's proving. I don't know if you're reading Thunderbolts or have read Thunderbolts, but Punisher is in Thunderbolts right now, alongside Red Hulk, Elektra, Deadpool, I believe, is on it, Leader, a whole bunch of different people, and he's proving the most impotent of them all, except for Leader. But
Wait,
Leader's
is there a good guy in this scenario?
no, none of them are very good guys in this. They're all kind of like out for their own, but they're working for him because he has something over them all, so they have to work for him. Some kind of thing. He can't, like, he is the least effective out of all of them, so much so that he had to go try to, like, fight gangsters because he was, like, that was his vendetta. It's just like, well, I can kill humans. Nothing else, but I can kill these shitbags that don't have a chance.
Most of the people that they're going to fight are impervious to bullets.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to shoot a gun at them, and they're going to be like, hey, you shouldn't be here.
I'm just saying, like, where's your Batman skills now? You have guns, then when your guns fail, you're like, fuck.
Well, we're not talking about Batman.
Right. You said he was Batman who would kill.
Well, if we're talking about Batman, that's a different story.
We are
That's
overlooking
true.
comic book logic,
We are.
which is whoever the hero is in the story will find a way.
That's true.
Taskmaster will make a mistake, and then he'll find it.
Is
We
this
should-
fight taking place in a Punisher comic book?
We should
There you
subscribe to the Tesla theory.
Yeah.
Love will find a way.
There you go.
Nice.
Who's fighting for a girlfriend or a wife?
That's not Tesla.
I don't care.
It's from the same era, though. I'll allow it.
All right, we go.
Tesla commish. He'll allow it. Nicolas Cage.
Nope.
You can't know the rules.
I refuse.
You lost.
I substitute my own reality for your
Okay, so
reality.
let's go back. Chris and you guys do the trivia all over from the top, and then we'll no,
Fuck yeah.
that's not how it goes.
This is a mulligan on reality.
What are you going with?
Like I said, it depends on whose comic book we're in.
Taskmaster doesn't technically have a comic
We're in a
book.
neutral comic book. We're in a fighting game.
Yeah, we are either in a one shot that's like, ooh, this who would win comic book,
We are
we're in a giant like overarching thing where their little vignette is a sideline
Something
story.
totally unrelated, like X-Men.
We're in
Yeah.
Bushido Blade
We're in-
1.
Bushido Blade 1.
A versus X, Avengers versus X-Men, and then those two are just off in the sphere fighting.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to say Taskmaster for everything you just said. For the
Okay.
last 10 minutes.
Aaron?
Also Taskmaster.
Dang,
Unanimous.
Unanimous.
that
Did you
guy's
have
hardcore.
another who would win?
Yes.
What is it?
The protagonist, let's just incorporate all the abilities available to you in these games.
Just say it, baby.
The protagonist from Dark Souls. So you got magic and bullshit,
Okay.
fighting.
All job
Miracles.
classes?
Yeah, pretty much mix it all together,
You got
high level
great
character, because
sword
you can
and-
learn everything
Oh,
in that
shit.
game.
Okay.
Against the
The ability to
Dovahkiin
die.
from Skyrim.
Oh, man. Good, that's a good one.
Also learns a bunch of shit. However,
Maxed out Dovahkiin.
Pretty much leveled
Right.
all the way up. He's wearing like his fucking Daedric Daikatana
What
pants.
job
or
class?
whatever.
You know what?
Every job class?
Well, yeah, it's Skyrim. You pick whatever
What
the hell you want
race?
to do. Ow.
Does it
I
matter?
think he's
Yeah,
supposed to be a
because
Nord.
If you're Khajiit,
For those ugly ass, Cat, you're
Nah.
not winning.
It really doesn't matter.
Khajiit
because
have no time
The
for
whole
you.
point of the Dark Souls character is he's just not gonna give up. You're just gonna die and keep going and die and keep going.
could you
You're
jot
wear
that
out the
down for me,
Dovahkiin.
would you?
How many times can you die?
Sans traveler. First death.
Huh?
First death.
First death.
First death?
Dovahkiin.
Dovahkiin, yeah. Dovahkiin
Really?
takes it on first death, yeah.
Maybe 2 deaths. You can come back, go alive, and come back hollow.
Dovahkiin.
Dovahkiin.
Really?
Let's get it up to 100. We'll talk.
Exactly.
I was gonna say Dark Souls
bonfire.
guy, but you die so fucking easily in Dark Souls.
Yeah, you
like,
do.
even normal ass enemies, like 3 hits,
You're right.
and you're dead.
That's the thing. Like, if there's infinite death, then it's got to be Dark Souls.
Yeah, you just keep coming back. Like, you'll kill him. He's
Right.
his silent ass will just come running back to you.
He'll
like,
wear you
"Fuck."
down when you
Eventually
have
just-
no magic left. You're just like, what do I do?
I can't do it. You win. I can't
Yeah.
do this
Right.
anymore.
Just in a
Yeah.
cave, like killing bandits and giant rats, and he just comes glowing down the hallway at you, and you're like, God damn it.
Asshole comes through with a claymore, just sink. You're like, oh my god.
You're climbing
He's
over like
slow.
old like traps and pitfalls over a bridge, and he hits you with a giant bow, and you fall into the pit, but you survive because you're the Dovahkiin.
I hate you so much right now, Dark Souls guy.
Yeah, I'm at, yeah. I mean, we can have a Dark Souls topic on one of the episodes, but because yeah, you die so easily, man. I'm actually not having a fun time in Dark Souls 2.
Really?
Interesting.
I'm enjoying the fuck out of
I'm
it.
fucking frustrated.
That's what I'm
as
hearing
shit,
more
man.
often is that the people who didn't like even the first
It's-
ones are coming around by this one because they've made the system more universal and accessible.
I enjoy what it represents in the gameplay. It's just I'm having a hard time finding out how to have fun in that
Mhm.
game because right now it's just
The acceptance of death.
It's just frustrating.
Right.
Like, fuck. Oh my
When
God,
you
I'm gonna
accept
do
your
this
That's why I don't
again.
play those games.
Then can you
because
have fun?
I know I'm gonna get frustrated.
The last time I stopped playing, I literally I kept getting killed in this one area. It's like, I'm gonna go a different way. I went this different way and I ran to a boss. The boss killed me in one hit.
Yeah.
Like, fuck this game, man.
No,
I'm done.
I played Demon Souls and I'm just like, okay, I hear all these great things about this game, and I started playing it. And I'm like, okay, I guess you die often, so that's okay. I died like 100 times. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this game. I'm
Right.
out.
That's kind of where
Nope.
I'm at.
Nope.
Has anybody seen Super Mario Brothers with traps?
No.
It's a YouTube video about a guy who's playing a little modded thing called Super Mario Brothers with traps. Basically, it's the first couple levels of Mario. They've been modded and they have little bricks and stuff, but the bricks will like fall away and they don't give.
Like the
They have like
asshole
little
levels.
signs on the
Yeah.
So it's like or spikes in the middle of the air or something like that. This is Dark Souls.
Yeah, basically.
Just,
It's just
trial and error.
Basically, just essaying over and over and over again until you're like, I beat someone, and then you have enough points to possibly level up so that you're not so shitty at it the next time you try it.
Yeah.
That
All
sounds
right,
like
well.
torture. That's just video game torture to me.
I have one more.
Okay.
I'm sorry, last one. I was thinking of beat 'em up blonde protagonist Sketch Turner against Cody from Final Fight.
I'm going Cody.
Sketch Turner?
Sketch from Comic
Fucking
Zone.
Comic Zone. We just talked about it.
Oh, Cody.
Well, first of all, Sketch is in a comic book. He's not an actual person.
Cody also throws rocks.
Cody,
Yeah.
This guy throws the background. He tears out a paper airplane and hucks it. He also throws rocks.
But
They
how
both
he
throw
doesn't
rocks.
exist
If we
on the
played
same
Rock-
plane.
They're
Like,
both drawn.
Cody
if
would
they
have
exist on the same plane.
Cody would have to punch the comic book, and he could punch the artist.
He's drawn it. Oh no! And then he gets beat
This
up
is
in
a
his
very
studio.
meta Monty Python, and
I'm
suddenly
just
the
saying-
animator had a fatal heart attack.
Because no, when Comic Zones, I say comics because it's an X.
Yeah.
But Comic Zone, literally,
Zone.
you see the hand. You know, like
Yeah,
there is
he
an
draws.
artist. He's like a
That's
entity.
the bad
Drawn
guy
levels,
drawing
okay.
things.
Oh, I guess you're right.
The bad guy comes in and is like, oh, here's a villain.
Oh,
Yeah, he is drawing. No, that's not a spoiler.
That's not supposed. It happens at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, he is. He's right.
All right. Well,
Cody, man. Cody
Cody,
fights against the
he's
Street
just
Fighter
Like
characters.
an internal struggle to fight things.
He breaks out of jail for fun.
just
Right.
to fight more.
For
fight
fun.
fools.
Still wearing his manacles as he fights.
Because he has to go back. He goes back to jail because he's not like.
like you're still under arrest, Cody. He's like, I know.
And he just doesn't care about it either.
I
It's just
know.
like, well, I just gotta fight, you know.
He's
I
also
guess.
got the world's longest fucking handcuffs.
Yeah.
Right.
So that you can choke 3 people at once.
Yeah.
Big bear hug on him.
I like that he's wearing the old timey striped.
Yeah.
I wish prisoners still wore that.
It's just like, why are
I
your
don't
chains
like
so
that
long?
it's
So I
blue,
can reach
though.
stuff.
Yeah, I don't
That's,
know.
like,
Maybe they're blue in
mm.
Japan.
You're defeating the purpose of manacles.
Probably
at this
easier to hide things on a striped garment, whereas the orange is just like,
point. Like boners?
yes. You can just fold it over and be like, I ain't got no boners. And they're like,
No
all right,
boners in
prisoner
here,
4877654, you get back in your cell, boner free. And he's like,
That's gonna be.
got out of this one.
They didn't even see the boner I smuggled into my cell.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
Cody the boner smuggler.
Boner chant.
Boner maiden.
Boner maiden.
The boner maiden.
Well, all
You heard it
right.
here first, folks.
I'm just gonna stick with the fact that he throws rocks.
Yeah.
And rock versus paper in the traditional rock paper scissors dance.
Damn.
Loses.
Right.
But if you throw a rock at paper,
In a surprise.
which is what Cody does.
In a surprise upset. Ryan from Fistful Potions.
Rock beats paper.
Rock beats paper for the first time in actually history.
right,
Not even video game history.
it's history.
Theoretical history.
So we got Cody, pretty unanimously. I think Cody too. Taskmaster unanimously, and I don't agree about Dark Souls, but
No?
3 against 3.
So
Look, think of the parry. Think of parrying Dovahkiin. You would know what to do. You'd fuck it up like 8 times and die.
Dovahkiin
Yeah,
can also
the parry sucks.
Parry fucking owns if you know what's up.
Dovahkiin can also parry, and we're
Maybe
assuming that Dovahkiin has every power that you can get from every school, right?
Yeah.
And
You
like
just
all
blast his ass away with
Man,
fucking.
Yeah, he just
Oh,
shouts
yeah.
him away and then
His
uses
Foos
magic.
Rodon
You
is
got
not even
invulnerability
his-
frames when you roll. You just roll towards through the foos, and then come up with a stab, and
He's
you're like,
got
Is not
swords,
his
too.
most useful shout though. He
You're
has
currently
like
foosing.
30 shouts.
I know.
He has several
Turn
of them,
yourself
many
into a
of which are
ghost
good.
to go spinning around
Set
fast
somebody's
like,
ass
make
on
lightning hit the
fire.
ground.
Sneak
Right, we
up
gotta
behind
do-
him with a bow.
We're good.
3 times damage.
You want to take us out?
I do. I need to take us out because I have a script that I say to all the people that I love, which is that we love you out there in land.
Hearts on
fire.
Hearts on fire.
Burning.
We thank you to everybody who listens. Check out Fistful of Potions, who is, I mean, if you're listening to this on a website, then you should you're on fistfulofpotions.com.
How
so
are
you
you
should,
listening to it if you're not?
you should. There's a tab at the top.
Please
Just-
email us.
Just
and
head
tell us
on
how you're
over.
doing it.
If you found us through the iTunes or the link, you should also know what Fistful of Potions is because we're on the same channel. If you'd like to, if you're on iTunes, jump on and rate us. Do a 5-star review. If you're feeling extra generous because it helps the show and it's awesome, you can visit Facebook. We're also on Twitter. It's at MultiTap Podcast, and that's actually been pretty active this last week. We went from like 40 likes to 60 likes, and we were at 40 likes for like a month.
See what happens when
2
you
months.
get rid of me?
Yeah. Twitter happens.
Twitter.
And
Twitter
feel free
happens.
to share anything you want with anybody. Not even like a button, just like analog. Use your voice to tell people about
Old
MultiTap.
school,
You're like,
baby.
hey man, I heard these guys, and they were like, you don't even know. And then some guy tried to do Nicolas Cage, and then they fought about it.
He
I
failed
don't think he
dramatically.
tried.
No. Well.
And then, or you can after that on that queue, you can mail in and be like, hey, did Ryan try or not? Let us know.
I think I stand by my theory that it's Nick Cage trying to do my voice.
I
Yeah,
could eat a peach all day.
I could eat a peach for
For
hours.
hours. Damn it. See, I got it wrong.
I could eat a peach all day. Take us out, chocolate starfish.
No! Oh!
Chocolate mushrooms!
Oh, why can't we do a single episode without Fred Durst?
Thus concludes the MultiTap broadcast. Gramercy to every listener, and many welcome returns. If so led, the hosts encourage 5-star ratings and reviews on iTunes. If you should like to contact the hosts of MultiTap, or give general public comment, they may be reached by way of Facebook at MultiTap Podcast, Twitter at MultiTap Podcast, or personal phone number, which they wisely refuse to give publicly. MultiTap is made possible in part by a fistful of potions and viewers like you. We shall return, as scheduled, in MultiTap Theatre.